It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
He's got a Mr. Fantastic face. What's up?
Does that mean his face stretches?
No,
I'll take the compliment.
No, it's epic rap battles, bro.
Oh.
It's when fake Obama said Mitt Romney had a Mr. Fantastic face.
No.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
It's fucking hysterical. It's one of my favorite epic rap battles. Because then then Abraham Lincoln flies in on a fucking bald eagle and says, "Shut up, bitches." I'm
Slaps
better
them
than you."
both.
Yeah. They're drop-ins, dude. They just like every time Lincoln shows up, he always does like a hard drop-in. It's awesome.
Well, I heard when he goes to the theater, there's always a hard drop. Never mind. Also,
you totally
I will
fucked
say
that
this.
one up.
I will say something I noticed, a pattern with epic rap battles, and feel free to test me on this, people.
Uh-huh.
But I will say with 100% certainty that 100% of the time, anytime the rap battle had a third party jump in at the end, it's one of their top 10 videos. Every single time.
Yeah.
Wendy's.
They did that one. They had a one with Bill Nye and then shit. I think it was Albert Einstein and then the black scientist guy that did Cosmos. The meme.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Thank you. He pops in at the end. We got a badass over here. One of the best memes ever.
Have you guys watched their newest one?
No.
No.
I feel they could get Neil Tyson in to actually do
it.
He seems like he would just do anything. He shows up everywhere.
I haven't seen him lately, though.
He does not give a fuck. He's like, look, bitches, I'm smart, but I'll still do dumb shit.
But is he as smart as Reed Richards, though? Like, he's not going to he's only hosting a show called The Cosmos. He's not, like, going through the Cosmos.
We don't know that.
All right, that's true.
Maybe he's already been through the Cosmos.
I don't know his
traveled
life.
back in time already or some shit.
Look at me assuming.
Don't know. Assuming his cosmosis.
Cosmos. I like that. Instead of a multiverse, we're stuck in a cosmosis.
Is that a magazine too? Or is it just Cosmo?
That's Cosmopolitan, you idiot. And people only call it Cosmo for short.
That's an ice cream.
Cosmopolitan ice cream?
That's Neapolitan, you fucking retard.
It's like,
God damn it, dude. TIVIS, did you really just fuck that up? You absolutely did. And I am embarrassed for you.
Baby.
Also, that was funny. Oh, the Cosmopolitan Mastiff. Fucking idiots. Jesus Christ, guys. Like, what are you doing?
I'm just giving you a moment of silence. All right, so how you guys been today? Or this week?
Well, I'm
It's
just
been a week.
embarrassed for both of you at this point.
Awesome. Somebody
I had a
has
really
to be
good day
because I
yesterday.
don't.
Did you? Or are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm serious. They announced the Courage Scooby-Doo crossover and then a Beast Wars movie is coming. Shit, dude. I'm happy.
I don't know about the Transformers Rise of the Beast things because that franchise has already lost its mind so much. And that last one was really bad, dude. It's like almost unwatchable.
Which was the last one you saw?
It
Bumblebee?
was the last night. It was the
the last night. Yeah. And their main run.
But let me tell you.
Bumblebee.
But let me tell you, Tivis.
Mhm.
Well, I did see Bumblebee, and that is the far superior Transformers movie.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta tell you, Tivis, when you shared the trailer for the Scooby-Doo Courage the Cowardly Dog crossover, I saw the trailer and I go, this is the crossover I never knew I wanted.
That's what I said.
I'm just like, holy shit, I never even thought about it. And I'm like, I'm fucking in. Even if it's bad, I don't give a damn. I'm in.
Mhm.
I am in.
I did not watch the trailer because I'm not
that's
massive.
fine. You're a loser.
Scooby-Doo anything. I
Yeah,
like
'cause you're a
Scooby-Doo,
loser.
but The Transformers news, when you shared that with us, I was into that.
Yeah, big surprise.
It's one of those like dumb action franchises I just like. Bumblebee was rough to watch because it just they tried to make it make sense within the world they already gave us.
Yeah, that was kind of strange. I was like, just do your own thing, man.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, wait, the government was working with these other two to find Bumblebee, but then the government didn't know about them later. What? And they're not tracking their signals when they land. Well,
that's what happens when you hire John Cena.
That's what happens when you do freaking retcons in a prequel movie. Captain Marvel.
That then wasn't a prequel after all.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. But no, I would like to see. I wonder, is Mark Wahlberg coming back for this one? Because did he do 3 or did he just do 2?
No, he did those last 3.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say that. I don't think he did. I think he only got 2 in.
I mean, I could check it right now, but I'm pretty sure.
Because I thought the 6th one was the Bumblebee film. They didn't do 6 Transformer films.
The Last Night was
number 5.
Oh, now that you say that, you might be right.
Because I only saw Mark Wahlberg in 2 movies, and I have all of them.
Oh, I know you guys weren't paying any attention to me, but if anybody's
I
curious
saw you.
for the video, I was trying to look like TIVIS's background.
Putting your head between a man's legs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. He only did 2.
Yeah, because they're counting the Bumblebee movie as the 6th movie.
Yeah. All right.
Because
I
Shia
miscount.
LaBeouf did 3, Mark Wahlberg did 2, then there's Bumblebee, and then this one's going to be the 7th one. They're fast and furiousing that shit, where Bumblebee was the weakest.
Apparently, Anthony Ramos was cast in one of the lead roles.
Mm-hmm. They still have the
With,
same guy coming back as Optimus? I doubt
You
it.
said his
Cullen?
name was, you said John Ramos?
Anthony Ramos.
Oh, I was like, I loved him in Full House.
All right, anyways, that's John Stamos.
I know that was the fucking joke.
Are you sure? Cosmopolitan ice cream, remember?
Yeah, because I'm making fun of you guys for being stupid.
Uh-huh.
You're stupid.
So, all right,
So-
I I watched a movie last night.
Why?
Tivis watched a movie. Did John watch a movie? Yes, he did. He's not going to
Okay.
play the joke on us again this
Damn
week.
it.
We all watched Roger Corman's The Fantastic Four from 1994, unreleased to the public.
Do you think he did that on purpose?
What?
Released it on 1994?
Yeah, because they had to do it in 1994. Otherwise, Fox lost the rights to the movie.
He's
That's
making
the
a
whole reason they
Fantastic
made
Four
this.
joke.
Bro, just
I get it.
fucking
But
whoosh.
no, he literally asked, "Do you think they did that on purpose?" So I gave yes, of
Oh, so
fucking course.
technically you're correct. All right.
Yeah. All right.
I was going away from the stupid joke and being an asshole.
Well, thank you.
All right, so who wants to dive into this first? Oh wait, first the budget of this movie was $1 million.
That's a lot
So-
for a Roger Corman film, isn't it?
For a Roger Corman film, yeah. But I'm guessing most of it went into some
The Thing's
suits
bodysuit?
and- yeah.
Yeah, I would probably assume the puppeteering and the visual effects. Because I imagine that was relatively impressive for its time.
94 though? I mean, we already had
For a
Ninja
B-movie, though?
Turtles and yeah, I guess so.
And lasers and stuff. I don't know. I guess we think
Yeah.
about that, but we've already had like Ninja Turtles essentially. And
Yeah, there was
And then-
Ninja Turtles, there
and
was
then Jurassic
Aliens
Park came
and all
out, like,
that
right
shit.
behind it.
Jurassic Park, fucking everything, really.
yeah.
I think if this exact thing was made today, it would be a pretty well received movie, honestly.
The story and everything.
Yeah.
Agreed. I do agree with that.
Yeah, kind of.
You could tell that these people were lied to and they gave it their all. when they thought this movie was going to be released to theaters.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Definitely.
let's
There is
start
a
with the history and then get into the movie. Because the big thing is that it was never released.
Never released.
And then it got traction because of a documentary. Wasn't it called Doomed?
Doomed. It came out in 2015.
It's because the movie was dropped overseas, I believe it was. It wasn't officially released anywhere, though. But the movie was found somewhere, and then it got online, of course, and everything else. So
it was advertised in a magazine for Labor Day once.
Yeah, because they were somewhat trying to make everyone think this movie was going to get released.
Trailers were ran in theaters.
Yeah. It was kind of like New Mutants, where they were like, we're going to put this out. And 10 years later, nothing. Okay, that's an exaggeration for New Mutants, but still.
But eventually it did at least actually come out, though.
And New Mutants at least actually came out, yes. This one never got released.
This was on fucking Daily Motion again.
This one's on Daily Motion. They do have this on DVD in PAL format, though. So it's not even NTSC.
All right, chill out.
Yeah.
So. I did notice that because on Daily Motion, the audio was not synced.
Yeah, it was not synced properly, which I think I have a version of it somewhere that is synced, but I just watched it on Daily Motion so that all three of us watched the exact same one.
I'd just say if you like it, just download it and shift it.
About like half a second.
It's literally like 1 second off.
Yeah.
It's just enough to annoy me. It was a little difficult.
I noticed that too.
I never watched the documentary though.
No.
I haven't. I wish I would have for this.
I kind of wish I had to. Yeah.
I watched the documentary when it first came out.
Well, we can't rely on your memory.
Yeah, no. I'm not trying to rely on that memory. But yeah, all these actors and stuff that were in this, like none of them got anything from this. They all got screwed over. Roger Corman, of course, he still went on and did shit, but like he put a lot of work into this. You can tell just by looking at it that there's more work in this than some of his things he's done.
Oh, there's certainly effort here. Like there definitely is.
Yeah. So I feel bad for all these people. I still feel bad. Even when I watched the documentary, I fucking felt bad for them. But yeah, let's move on. $1 million was the projected budget for this. I doubt that they even fucking spent that on here. For 94, that would have been a lot more. In today's, or it doesn't seem like a lot in today's world, but back then it would have been a lot more. If that makes sense.
Half the budget just went to coke and hookers, like usual. Per diems.
That's even if Roger Corman even got the fucking money in the first place. I think the money went towards paying some of the actors and doing the special effects, and that's pretty much it.
All right, don't rule out music. I will say, for the most, the only issue is because I figure that they weren't getting the release. There was a lot of minimal editing that I noticed, and the musical motifs are just overused. It's like literally like almost every character or like an emotion they were trying to set had a specific score, and they used it like on every scene. Like there was almost like barely any scenes that didn't have music, and or like it was abruptive. What?
Did you guys get like Jurassic Park?
Yes.
Vibes?
Yes, I did. Yes, I absolutely did. Yep.
Yeah.
From the main theme, the dun 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 dun.
Yeah. I know that just came out in June of the year previous this, so I wonder if they were inspired.
Got a little influence.
Maybe.
No, I definitely heard that a couple of times. I'm glad I'm not the only one because I was feeling kind of weird about it. I wasn't going to bring it up unless anybody else said anything.
Music was done by David and Eric Wurst for this film.
Wow.
The
That's
worst.
That's an unfortunate name.
Trying to
Either
see
they're a
if there's
German sausage
anything.
or they're just not very good.
They do a lot.
I gotta
of
say,
shit.
guys, this was a weird one.
This
Okay,
movie
so
was
let's
strange.
dive into it then. So
All right.
we open the movie with Ben, Victor, and
Reed.
Richard in college at this point.
Yeet.
And Johnny and Susan Storm are both like kids. Susan, yeah, they're like
Well,
staying in like a halfway house or something.
Man, you just
Can I just stop you right here? Are you going to refer to him as Richard the rest of this?
Yeah, because I'll kill you.
Yeah.
I'll stab your face.
Why?
His name
Because
is
he's
Reed
Reed.
Richards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
It was
fucking
Richards.
asshole.
I said Richards
No,
using the
you
last
said
name.
Richard.
Did I? Okay.
You absolutely did. And also, I don't want to skip past the scene too fast because I actually,
Okay.
because it's the first scene of the film, and you know this is where you're gonna set your tone hopefully and do some
Hopefully.
introductions. I actually really like. First off, never comes back. Don't care. The teacher was pretty good. I was actually giving a shit about what the teacher was saying. And like Reed and Ben were like talking to each other, just like, oh, show off. Oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then we meet Victor behind him because he's passing something back and forth with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know who it is. And then it's the reveal.
You
So I was
do
like,
know.
oh, that's neat.
You do know who the professor was, right?
No.
It was George Gaines who played Lassiter in all the Police Academy movies.
Oh, that's funny.
The one who gets his dick sucked off and from the prostitute underneath the podium.
All right, chill out.
Yeah, I just like that actor. So
No, he's a good actor. It showed. He was really good in the scene. Like it was.
yeah,
And then like, I love the passing back of the notes or whatever, the picture / like machine
the
diagram
blueprints
that they're trying to work on.
Yeah,
And then you get the reveal that it's Victor. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I like that.
yeah.
And I was kind of digging Victor, the actor and the character, while he was still, I guess, pseudo spoiler, but while he was still like
Victor?
human,
Just say Victor.
while he was still
you're
just Victor.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Vic.
And then there's a point where I'm like, I don't like him anymore.
But hey, he wasn't a hacker, so hey, that's better.
Well, I guess. Is that what they did in the Michael B. Jordan one?
Yeah.
Ah, boo. I like the
Yeah.
Nip Tuck guy. I thought he did a really good Doom.
From the Jessica Alba
Yeah.
ones.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I still enjoy that film ish.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the casting was pretty solid. The special effects look good. They really worked with Thing really well, but I'm not reviewing that film. I'm just letting you know. So I'm just throwing it out
I mean,
there.
there's no way we're talking about this movie without bringing those ones up for sure. So yeah, we have the opening, and then we dive into that's after that they just
They
jump
go to the
into the
Storm's
halfway
house,
house.
which is like a boarding house.
Yeah.
This is where hopefully Tivis will know, or we just got to speculate. I didn't know about the boarding house thing. Is that a thing?
Not that
And,
I
like,
know of.
And like Ben and Reed knew about it, so they just randomly knew Mrs. Storm,
Maybe
even though she said it was like it was a boarding house. But it's like, wait, it's Mrs. Storm, so they're her actual kids then.
Right.
Didn't seem like a very successful boarding house. Just gonna throw that out there because I didn't see anybody else.
Well, maybe
No,
Reed
no
was
Marvel
one of
family.
her.
Oh, she killed all the other ones? Okay, gotcha. Mince pies. Mince meat pies.
Sweeney Todd.
So this is where my first problem
Okay.
comes into the film. Johnny and Sue are young,
Mm-hmm.
and Ben and Reed are in college.
Yeah.
There's a pretty significant age difference here. And
They don't
Sue
tell you how
Sue
old.
goes like, oh, he's dreamy. And we don't know what the age difference is, but then we just jump forward. And me being somebody who knows at least a little bit about the comics, I'm like, well, wait, Sue and Reed are supposed to get together. Are they just not going to do that in this one? What's the deal?
Mm-hmm.
And they went ahead and did it. And I'm not going to lie, it made me pretty fucking uncomfortable most of the film. Not so much because like I don't have a problem with like an age difference of a relationship, but when they actually know each other relatively well, that's where it gets a little creepy.
There is an age difference even in the comics between them.
Yeah.
Where Sue is about 23 and Ben and Reed are about 39.
But like, how do they meet in
the comics? I have no idea how they originally met. So there's between a 14 and 18 year age difference between the two.
So I'll reiterate just one more time to say I don't have a problem with age difference in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing?
Just found out while attending State University, Richards rented living quarters at a Manhattan boarding house owned by the aunt of young Susan Storm. That's how they met.
Okay. So I guess it's accurate.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
it's
so.
actually pretty accurate.
Because
they don't
must
ever
not have
say
read
that
that one
she's their mom or anything. So
well, I guess. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the age difference. It's just weird that they've known each other for so long.
I just know that Mr. Fantastic has a cameo in a Nick Fury comic, so he took part in the war.
Oh, well, all right then.
That's all I know.
But yeah, I mean,
did you notice who young Susan was?
she looked really familiar. Was it Darcy from Buffy?
Harmony
Harmony, sorry.
from Buffy. She was also the girl who played in both the bitchy chick in both Addams Family movies.
Yeah. I thought so. I wasn't going to say anything because I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
She looked familiar, but the movie looks so fucking old.
Did you
like,
guys
it
notice?
looks too old that like I'm like, oh, it wouldn't make sense to
Because
me.
they've never remastered it. They've
No,
never
it
done
just looks like
anything to
shit.
it.
It looks really bad.
I think the adaptation that is released is just from a VHS copy that made it out into the rounds.
Yeah.
So
Did you
it's
guys
a crappy
notice who,
VHS that got on the internet. What's that?
Do you know who young Johnny Storm was?
No.
The kid who was Luke in Halloween Town, the Goblin Kid.
Yeah, I don't watch Halloween Town. Sorry, man.
Missing out.
I've seen Halloween Town because of pretty much it.
I saw it like years ago, but that's it.
Oh,
And
The
then
first one.
Ah.
There's like 10 of them, aren't there?
No, there's like
4.
I only knew 3.
And then the fourth one, they replaced the main actress just because they didn't want her anymore.
Which was weird.
Yeah.
She
That's,
didn't even know. She just got fucking straight up replaced.
Yeah. Yet they bring back the guy who plays the brother.
No, they
That's-
brought everybody back
That's funny.
except
Yeah.
her. And then they still called her by the same name. And it was just like, oh, this is
Did they
strange.
just want a younger talent? Like, did the girl just look too old?
No, I think
or-
she said something that they didn't like, if I
Mm.
remember correctly.
Was this
I
a
think it was something
Disney?
like that.
That was a Disney movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a oh my God.
Come on.
Leia's mom. The actress's name? Princess Leia. Carrie
just gonna
Fisher,
let
her
him-
mom. It plays the grandma in those series.
They also have the guy, I think his name is Luke in real life. He played Sharpay's brother in High School Musical.
Carrie Fisher is not in the Halloween Town movies.
No, her mom, idiot. Pay attention.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fucking hell. It's all right, Tivis. I listen to you, my dude.
I was about to say,
I care
appreciate
about
it.
you. I
Are
care
you
about you.
confusing
I'm
old
glad
women?
you're here.
Yeah, so it turns
Sorry.
out that boarding school thing was or boarding house or whatever the fuck it was.
All right.
It's
accurate.
legit.
Cool.
That's
All
pretty
right.
sweet.
Well, good job.
Okay. Moving
Yeah.
forward then. So then we jump. Oh no, we go into them trying out their machine to
Well, so what's this called? The Colossal or something?
the Colossus. It's Colossus.
Okay. So
They're trying to harvest Colossus's
X-Men.
energy.
yeah. So yeah, it's like an energy space storm that they're trying to harness and use. They like the world is watching, I guess, kind of like an eclipse or aurora borealis. Ben notices that's happening while Victor and Reed are trying to turn on their machine, and the machine goes haywire. And Victor gets fucking barbecued by CGI lightning. Raiden fucking rips him apart. And then Ben, like, football tackles him.
Yeah.
Out of the way. And, okay.
Which makes for a story later down the road when we get to it, because it's kind of fucked up, but.
You're fucked up. Yeah, because you think Victor would like him because he, like, saved his ass, but whatever.
They also think Victor died, even though they're both right there.
Yeah, we go into the well, then we go to the hospital though.
Yeah.
And then they say he died. They're going to take him to the morgue.
Not even the hospital.
Yeah. But I got to say, this was weird because to just jump back, while Reed and Victor were walking by, there were two like goofy looking dudes playing chess or something, or checkers. I don't know.
Yeah, they're just like dicking around.
But they turn
into
goons. Were they always Victor's goons? Why were they showing them like back before he turned into Doom? Just random. Were they just stalking them for fun?
I think they were trying to harness the power themselves in some way. It's very confusing.
That does not come across at all.
It's a Roger Corman film, so there's always some dumb goofy thing.
Alternate take, they use the same people for multiple characters to save money.
I guess. But like they held onto them and like played the music and stuff. Like I was like,
yeah.
So these people are characters? Are they going to try and like rob them or something? Are they the reason that the machine goes faulty in the beginning? None of that. No, they dress up like doctors, pretend to take him to the morgue, and they help him.
The reason the machine goes faulty at the beginning is because Victor doesn't want to take into consideration Reed's extra whatever.
Well, I know that. I was saying I thought these two guys were going to play a part, and they don't. They're just goons.
Yeah.
They just end up being goons, but like to get them to the point of minion goons, there's nothing. There's no motivation or anything. They just kind of they're like how they become fake doctors to take a body to the quote unquote morgue and like he's alive, and it was so weird. It was really strange.
Too? Were they real friends too? Fake doctors, real friends.
Maybe they just walked by his room and he's like, "Hey, you want to make a quick buck,
bro? Help me out. If I get barbecued tonight, come and get me." Like, so that was kind of strange and it was kind of funny. And then all of a sudden, we're at a fucking bank thing looking deal. Like a armored truck shows up.
No, we jump 10 years. We do jump 10 years.
Yeah.
Does it say 10 years?
Yeah, it says 10 years later. And then you're hearing before the bank stuff, even the heist thing, the diamond thing is what you're talking about. Before that even happens, then we get Reed talking to Ben about flying the ship because, you know,
essentially they're trying to recreate the experiment,
right? But
because
in space,
they don't want to wait for Colossus to show up again. They have to go to it,
right?
Which I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
Can I say this actor who plays Ben reminds me of John Cena so much?
Got a couple of them vibes. Definitely like pro wrestler.
Yeah.
Like kind of like not quite good, but kind of good. Like he was okay.
Michael Bailey Smith, who is best known for his role on Charmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was all right. Honestly, the only actor I make fun of Doom, and I'll bring up a lot of reasons why. I liked him as Victor. I hated him as Doom. And I hate Johnny Storm. I fucking cannot stand that actor. He's a fucking tryhard, and I just couldn't stand it.
This guy who plays Ben Grimm also played Super Freddy in Nightmare on Elm Street 5 when like Freddy goes buff, kind of like Super Shredder, but that's Freddy did it.
That's funny.
He was also in Voyager.
Yeah.
And Sue Storm was hot, even in her goofy ass costume. I'm just going to throw that out there too.
All right.
Rebecca Staub, I think. She did quite a few things.
Please
Yeah.
be porn. Please be porn.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot
Axel
of these
Rose,
people
that
did
list
not
that?
go off and do a whole lot of big stuff.
No.
Maybe
She's
she
still
did. Now
acting.
Chickamauga.
She's still doing stuff. She's in a TV series called Menopause. So there you go, John.
Sign me up.
But yeah, a lot of these
Do
things
they have a
are
Prime
shows.
version?
She's like a one episode here and there for tons of shows. She was in The Cleaner. She CSI and NCIS basically, like just one episode spots. Even
Either
the Drew
the victim
Carey
or
show.
the killer.
She was also Miss Nebraska in 1980.
That
She
makes
was even
sense.
in Home Improvement.
What?
Yeah,
Bachelor of the Year. I'll have to keep an eye out for her when I get
Ellen,
to that season.
Seinfeld. Yeah.
Day player.
Oh, Love Potion #9. That's what she's fucking from.
I know that movie actually. Yeah.
Yes, that was
Interesting.
before this movie, before her career went to one episode TV shows. Oh, I feel so bad for these actors.
I do, because they tried. You could definitely
Yeah.
tell
Oh, yeah.
they were trying.
Yeah.
Especially Reed. I was actually relatively impressed considering, as per usual, even with the like 97 movie or whenever that came out, 98 or 2000 or whatever.
I think it was 2000.
Man, it has been very difficult to figure out how to make Mr. Fantastic not just seem like a dickhead
Dick?
with his powers.
That's because he is a dickhead all the time.
Well, I meant more with his powers, like not to make him lame.
Oh,
I
he's
think
just
they-
an asshole.
I think they did an okay job with Elongated Man in the CW Flash,
Mm-hmm.
but for some reason they just couldn't do it with Reed Richards and the stretchiness.
The Fantastic Four movie was 2005. It was that much later.
Was it really that late? Ah, God, I
Yeah,
still thought it was under
11
2000. I thought it was like
years
2000.
I think it was because they had to make one every
I think it's 5 or 6
15?
years.
No, because then they would have been past their time for 2005 from 94.
Maybe they
Does
were
it just
trying
have to be
start
in
the Marvel
production?
It has to just be. It has to be fully done, edited
Oh, it
movie.
does.
It doesn't necessarily have to be released, but it had to be fully done. I mean, now it doesn't fucking matter because Marvel has it back anyways. So, but yeah, before I think the thing was you had to do one every like so many years, 10 years or some shit like that. So, yeah. I think that's how it was with most of Marvel's stuff. I think that's how they got back some of their characters before Disney even got them.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I
Tell me.
really like the casting for the 2005 one
Mhm.
for Reed
Yes.
Richards. I really like that. The Michael B. Jordan one was terrible. He's terrible. People have like been clamoring for the Marvel version of these guys, like the Marvel MCU version of
Yep.
these guys. The two people that I've seen at the top of the list, and I like both of these, by the way. John Krasinski was one.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
was like, ooh, that looks really good. I could work with that. Or the new one that I was thinking of, I don't know if you guys watch Bly Manor, but you've seen iZombie.
Yeah.
I think Rahul Kahili could be a really good
Mr. Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, anything's better than Miles Teller.
And I would be fine with the race bend because it's just like, it doesn't change anything. When you change brother and sisters races, then you got to come up with a stupid story. But if you keep Reed Richards, like,
Well,
so what?
as long as it's not Miles Teller again, I'm good. Because
Yeah,
he was
right?
horrible.
But I think Rahul would be great. He was so good in Bly Manor, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, he's really good. And he just looks like an ethnic version of him. I was like, I think he'd be great.
I think they need also to get a good Grimm, a good Ben Grimm for whether if they're because they're if when MCU does it, they're
Yeah.
gonna use it longer term again. So you need to get someone that's good, like
Just
like
get Gronk.
What's that?
Just get
Oh.
Gronk.
That'd be funny.
He gets replaced anyway.
Yeah, and then you of course need a good Doom. You have to.
I think Doom will be the hardest one.
Oh,
I really
thank God
do.
the Fox spinoff was canceled.
Fox
There's a-
spinoff.
There's a spinoff.
They wanted to do a solo Doom film, and it sounded so bad.
Woof.
We had 2 of those. The Rock was in one.
Well, the hardest thing is that every movie's tried to introduce Doom at the same time as the Fantastic Four. And I think what would really help is if you did something like introduce Doom in a different movie, kind of like a Thanos style.
Mm-hmm.
Thanos.
I think
and then we get the Fantastic Four origin film, so we can teach their powers, and they just do Spider-Man stuff, like just save some people here and there, do that, and then all of a sudden at the end, they get a message from Latvia or whatever.
Yeah, we have their movie. They've been teasing it for a couple years now. We know it's coming. Start the groundwork. Start making some hints to Victor Von Doom in some places where it would make sense.
Like they could have talked about Latvia in fucking Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Latveria,
sorry. I fucked that up first. That was my fault.
Yeah,
Latvia's an actual place.
Yeah. they could have talked about it though in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Or just mentioned it or something. I can't believe
they've never brought it up, especially after Wakanda being kind of like a geopolitical, like isolationist country, which makes no sense in that film. It really does kind of blow my mind that they didn't at least hint at that.
Back?
Like 2 years. No, actually, way longer than that. Actually, I think I want to say like 3 to 5 years ago.
Whose rights?
For the Fantastic Four.
When did Marvel
they
get them
purchased
back?
Fox?
It was about 2 years ago now. 2017.
No, I think they even had the rights before they bought Fox. I think they just terms of serviced out.
No, they didn't get them back until the acquisition.
Because that 2015
Fox refused to let them go.
Yeah, the 2015 movie was Fox's like ditch effort to make sure that they kept rights.
Yeah,
and then they didn't sell out until I believe 2017 is when the deal started going through with all of Fox. So,
I thought they had the rights before the buyout.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they tranked them.
Just drink.
So where are we at? Are they going up in the plane yet?
So no, then they go and get Johnny and Susan Storm, from the halfway place. And
no, it's not a halfway house. It's a boarding house. You
whatever,
idiot.
Same.
No, don't whatever. It's not the same thing.
Isn't it just their house at this point?
That's also what I'm saying. This movie doesn't do a very good job with the whole boarding house thing. A halfway house, my dude, is for trying to bring fucking prisoners.
Well, the
fucking prisoners back to society.
The sign on the building okay, we're just moving on.
A wooden sign reminds you of a fucking prison house. Okay, you fucking dork. That's hilarious.
Oh man,
that was really. I'm sorry,
but we go back there. We go there, and then you get fucking Ben does this like dumbass like something you'd see in like Dennis the Menace. Like, can they go to space with us?
Oh my goodness,
rolling.
Well,
and
it was to break up that awkward silence. It's like, could you two not do this right now in front of everybody?
Hey. They got the Fantastic Four together.
All right. Fuck you, TIVIS. That's in my notes. Fantastic Four. I roll. That's how they get it. They're about to leave the house. They're like, can they go to space with us? And they're about to leave. They all essentially stand in a nice line posed by height, by the way. Like tall, short, tall, short. And then the mom goes, oh, that's so great. The Fantastic Four. And I'm like, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. I hate you, film. Like, why? Why? God damn it. Like,
it's so dumb, but it makes the four symbol way more sense later on.
Well, but just have Johnny say it later.
Yeah.
Like, we're about to get in the ship or they're on the thing. It's like, we got this, dude. We're the Fantastic Four, man.
Just reminds me of the Suicide Squad. What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
Yeah, it's kind of what it feels like. And honestly, I would take it, especially in a film like this. It's like, it's better than just random ass old lady giving it to you. Like, I even like, at least when like newspapers do it, like they deem you that kind of shit because they need it. I'm like, I'll even take that. But because you could even set it up like, me and Sue, we're the dynamic duo. And then, it's like, well, wait, I can't say that now because there's like 4 of us now. The friendly.
Also, Batman's gonna sue us.
Yeah, right.
Also, they said
Don't
Batman
fucking
in this.
you fuck right off, TIVIS. That's in my notes too. You fucking don't you steal that from me. But like he could say like, like we could have had a minute with Johnny just going like, we the family for like, I hated it. I hated that.
What are you
But
talking
then,
about? This was The Incredibles 2.0.
It's kind of what it felt like, yeah. No, we got the 2.0. And I heard it was terrible. I never watched it, but
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't as good as the first, but not horrible.
oh, so then I think it's horrible.
It's pretty much the same film, just different lead.
Yeah.
Got it. So at this point, is this where we get the bank heist thingy, the diamond thing, or
Oh, this kid made me so mad.
I couldn't believe this.
This is when you get them all in there. They have this thing delivered to them, but then you see the 2 goons in the car that we saw previously take Doom, which you also forgot to mention when they're in the hospital. The 2 goons, after they were dressed as the doctors, they told them he was dead. They put him in the elevator, and then he's still fucking alive. Anyone who knows the comic though knew that. And
I didn't super notice that he was alive because I was too busy looking at the tall goon who was just fucking eye staring out of the fucking elevator until it closed.
They showed Doom opening his eyes a little bit and kind of like breathing and stuff.
Like every villain and every like goon in this is so fucking corny. It hurts my soul. Like it's absolutely
it's a Roger
absurd.
Corman film, bro. It's like,
but like they're all over the top. It's
let's
crazy.
go into that. Let's go into that then. So we're getting into the Fantastic Four lair or base.
Wait! You forgot the part where Ben crosses paths with Alicia.
Well,
That's
no,
fine.
this is during the diamond heist. So we get introduced by some fucking goofball who comes out of the sewer like the Ninja Turtles. And he's like, I can see a diamond from a mile away. Meh. And I'm like, who is this leprechaun looking motherfucker?
I thought it was Warwick Davis. I was like, why is the fucking leprechaun in this?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I thought it was the move. Like, I thought it was I just literally watched Leprechaun in the Hood. I think it's the 4th one.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, is this fucking Warwick Davis? Is this the leprechaun again?
Yeah.
And then, this fucked me off. Apparently his name is actually Leprechaun?
No, it's the jeweler.
No, they called him the Leprechaun first. And then Doom refers to him as the jeweler. Everybody else calls him the Leprechaun guy or whatever.
So he is an actual Marvel
villain.
Ben.
I figured it had to be.
No, he's not. This is supposed to be Mole Man. They changed it.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Because I'm looking it up, and the jeweler, Earth 9094. What?
Click it. It's this movie.
Oh, okay.
It's hurting my soul. And
so
he says that. Oh, I'm gonna let you two fight this one.
He shows up in the Captain Marvel comic, right? Is that what this is? I don't know. Oh no, that's just showing there. That's weird. Okay. So he was just made up for this movie.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Mole Man.
Yeah.
It's infuriating. Once again, just like the Justice League, they have a character that is similar to the thing they want to do, and they refuse to use it.
Oh, you're still being nerds? Okay.
Well, yeah. Well, I think Mole Man would have been even.
He could fuck off with Weatherman.
I'm not gonna lie, Mole Man would have made more sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
sorry.
call him the Leprechaun.
But he's not going gold. He's grabbing diamonds. It's horseshit.
He's played by Ian Trigger, by the way, who has a large history on stage.
I'm fucking triggered, son.
Wait, so they call him the jeweler?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even
Doom
see
calls him
that
that all
on
the time.
IMDb. Like, what is he under IMDb? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Jeweler. Because then they have another one, the Weasel's in this one too.
The Weasel.
Which is the other guy.
Which Weasel is a Marvel character.
Yes, yes.
Everything's a Marvel character at this point.
Not the jeweler.
Oh, apparently not. All right, chill out.
They didn't develop his
It
name
just annoys
yet.
me.
TIVIS.
It kind of annoys me too, because Mole Man would have worked perfectly fine. Well, it was like Weatherman with fucking Justice League. You could have just
That's
used
what I
Weather
said.
Wizard, you fuck.
Yeah, that's what I said when you got up.
Oh.
John, stop getting off while we're recording.
Oh.
I said up.
Oh, you said
Also
off.
up. Guys, I'm sorry. I just had to show this off. This is heavy as knobs, by the way.
Listeners, he's holding a replica of Mjolnir.
It's actually heavy. Like, I think it's 15 pounds. It's pretty dope.
He's showing
Sorry.
off his growing nerd collection.
Yes, it is growing quite extensively and
We
rapidly.
told you to stop getting up.
Oh man. So this is where the big diamond is going.
Yeah.
I'm just moving forward. And so I guess this was weird because they don't really set any of this up. The diamond thing, they don't set any of that up. It just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Like, everybody knows that the diamond's going there too, which is weird.
It's so weird. Everybody knows, and everybody knows they need it, except for the audience. We know nothing about it because you didn't need it the first time.
I don't think
it
the
wasn't
Leprechaun
discussed in the
dude-
first.
the jeweler doesn't know why they need it. He just knows it's being delivered there.
It's weird because essentially we have three storylines moving on right now. We have the Fantastic Four storyline,
Yeah.
trying to go up into space and do the thingy.
Take
You got
Colossus's
Doom.
power.
You got Doom fucking around with his goons, trying to get the diamond to potentially sabotage them. I don't know.
He wanted to take the diamond so that they couldn't harness the power before he did. That's what
Which-
it was.
I guess. Which
No, he says that. He says that he wanted to make sure that
Well, that's why
he
I'm-
was able to harness the power before them.
I just think it's weird, but
It
whatever.
is.
It's fine.
Again,
and
Roger
then
Corman.
and then
Did you ever see Death Race 2020?
shut up. And then Leprechaun. God damn it. And then Leprechaun Man just wants it because he's the jeweler, I guess, and he just likes diamonds. So we all have them going into essentially it looks like a bank. I don't understand what this building is. They go in and it's just Reed and Ben for some reason. The other two aren't there because maybe they haven't recruited him yet. I don't know. But they're about to go up the stairs, and then Ben just fucking shoulder checks a really cute brunette that is blind, and she drops her sculpture that she was working on. And then, and I'm really sorry, this was really strange. She's mad about him breaking, essentially, or accidentally breaking her sculpture. He goes, "I got you," and picks her up off the ground. The like loving romantic music plays, and she's like, "Put me down," and puts her down. And you're safe with me. I'm like, this is so fucking weird. I hate it. Like, it was so forced. This was 100% one of those moments where you go, it's in the comics, shut up. It's like, no, fuck you. This is strange. If I saw this happen in real life, I'd lose my mind.
I remember when they met in the comics, and I don't remember that happening.
But just watching it happen, he picks her up. She's like, "Put me down." It's all creepy, especially her being blind. So it's probably even more abrasive.
Yeah.
So it's got to be really strange.
I don't
And then he's
think-
like, "You're safe with me." What a fucking weird thing to say to somebody.
I don't think that the writers really knew how to write like a romantic thing.
It was awkward, bro.
I'm looking at like the writers.
Their love stuff feels more stalker rapey than anything else. Because like even how she says like I love you, it just comes out of fucking nowhere. She's obsessed with him because she touched his face.
So I'm looking
Love
at the
at first
writers.
touch.
I'm looking at the writers, and like the only things that I'm noticing on them that I know of is Black Scorpion, which fucking awesome movies. Watch
don't even
those
know what that
fucking
is.
movies.
I don't even know what that is.
If you think Catwoman was bad, watch those fucking movies.
Oh goodness.
And then
That's an endorsement.
And then Howling and Warlock movies as well.
I actually think I've seen Howling.
Everyone's seen the Howling. This one was Howling Part 6, I want to say.
So that would be a big old no from me.
Yeah.
I was like, probably the first one.
And then this writer also did Philadelphia Experiment 2, which I never saw that one. The first one's good. But there's two separate writers. That's why I'm looking on them. So, but yeah, like seeing this now, I can be like, okay, I get it. I get
I just thought that was really strange. Again, that was one of those things. Like, I just really think they handled a lot of the character stuff in the 2005 a lot better. The one I think they went over the top with was Johnny. I didn't like what they did with Johnny Storm. Like, I liked the snowboarding stuff, but like then there was the dirt bike stuff, and then like him buying all these cars and like putting like merchandise advertisements all over his suit and shit like that. I was like,
they made him Tony
Stark.
They tried to make him Tony Stark. That's
kind of what it felt like. I was like, ooh, chill out. Like that's like they tried to dude bro him a little too much, and I didn't like. I wanted more of a hothead.
Yeah.
Than a dude bro. And that's what we got in the 2005. But like the stuff they did with Ben Grimm and Michael Chiklis was fire. Like it was so good. Like I really think they set up his relationship. They really like one of my favorite moments in that is and also it helped that they established that they had a relationship before he became the Thing. Like just like there was a little bit of something there already.
Right.
And I'm not saying like, you know, breaking a sculpture and saying hi to her in a creepy way in a hallway.
Don't just pick her up and be cringe, man.
So fucked up. But he's the cringe. It's cringing time. And like one of the best scenes is when she gives back the engagement ring and throws it on the floor and he can't pick it up because of his hands.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so symbolic of like what he's dealing with that fuck me, dude. Like that was so well done. And they tried to do it here and they kind of just gloss over it. And I wouldn't say gloss over, I guess, but I didn't like what they did with it, I guess is more what I'm just going to say.
Yeah. Ben Grimm is in the comic world, the writers really fuck him up in a sense.
Oh, they fucked him up in this too. Like giving him the chance to change back is silly. I hate when they give him the option to change back. They do that
in the fucking comics. It's like he realizes he could have turned back to normal at any time if he just really thought about it, and Reed's like, yeah, I knew that could happen. I just didn't want to tell you.
What? Fuck you. Like what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Reed's a dick.
Ugh.
But I am glad that in all these movies, they haven't went to Alicia Master's stepdad, who is the puppet master, who I think is not a great villain.
What? Marvel doesn't have good villains? Color me shocked.
Uses radiated clay to make voodoo dolls, basically.
Oh, bro, same. Hobby Lobby, man. What, you don't? It's like Rita Repulsa. I just put him through the thing and then I send him to Earth. And then if I throw my spear at, how does she get her spear back?
It returns.
Magic.
Oh, okay.
It's magical. She's literally making a creature grow by throwing her spear and saying a magic word.
Or during the battle, she goes down on her little bicycle and grabs it.
That's
just has like
the visual I want.
She has a closet full of them. How about that?
She's got like 50 of them. Like Kylo Ren masks.
Every time a monster is created, she gets a new staff that goes just with that one. It's like you have to use this specific staff to make that creature grow.
I like it.
That's
we
why
go.
she tricked Zed into marrying her. She was running low.
It's fucked up. So you're telling me she only... Oh, damn it. She only married Zed because he gave good staff. All right, gotcha.
In a roundabout way, yeah.
He could lay the staff. Sorry. Anyway. What were you saying, Michael?
They had a kid, so
Oh, ew. Did he have skin?
anyways.
half.
So then we're
That's a
moving
shame.
on. Let's move on because we haven't even gotten to the stupid diamond heist that you guys keep going on about.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're not even halfway through
kinda.
this
No,
movie.
we didn't. You haven't even gone upstairs yet. All right, so then we go upstairs to the room.
Okay. Yay.
Reed's has the diamond chunk of fucking like
That does not look like a diamond. It looks like a fucked up, like, fucking geode.
it looks like something they would have used in Superman, just not painted green for kryptonite.
For, like, the crystals.
Yeah. So then we get that he goes up there, he explains what they're going to use it for. He's going to use it to redirect the rays so that it doesn't all impact at one time. Instead, it's still the same amount of fucking power, but it's just coming at smaller increments instead. Eventually it will all be there, which doesn't make sense anyways, but what do I know? I'm not a scientist.
Comic book science. Shut up.
And then they just fucking leave it in the middle of the room and he turns on the small little grid that is like my kid could walk through of lasers. I'm like, why aren't you just putting it in a safe if you're so worried about it?
I like how they went through the trouble of having like shotguns and a guy like fucking handcuffed to the briefcase. And then they're like, we'll just put it on this stand.
Yeah.
Put some laser lights on the floor. I'm like, my cat could circumvent these. Like, what the fuck are we doing? So then Leprechaun Man comes in and he's like, I'm just going to step over these because apparently the person who designed this is an asshole. And then he fucking Raiders of the Last Ark set. He has a perfect replica looking thing of it and switches it out.
It's definitely no Las Vegas vault.
I want you prick. Don't fucking Army of the Dead me right now. I don't need Zack Snyder getting his grimy hands on this masterpiece of a film compared to his bullshit. He's just got a replica of this diamond.
Where was it? Where was it? That's what I want to know. Where
like,
was he
up
holding
his
that
ass?
at?
Like, where were you holding it when you were doing all the fucking tiptoeing over the lasers, you silly bastard?
Unless I guess he might have had like a bag on him, like a satchel.
Well,
not
yeah,
satchel,
go ahead and guess all
a side
goddamn day.
bag. Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. But it was funny. You know, they were trying to do some
Yeah. Again,
Raider shit.
Roger Corman did this movie.
I get it. It's fine.
And I misspoke. It was Death Race 2000. 2020, I don't think was his.
Sure.
So,
Frankenstein is in the lead.
that was the Jason Statham one.
Oh yeah. So
It was a different one.
I guess Doom has access to all the cameras, so he sees Leprechaun Man doing it.
Yeah. And then he's just like, nah, let
And
him
he's
do
like,
it.
fuck it, let him take it. Either way. Which, to be fair, is a good idea because it's probably
Curse is
easier to
foiled
take it
again.
from him.
Mm.
Now, we'll get this out of the way. Doom sucks in this. He's
There's a
fucking
scene
silly.
later that I can't wait to get to.
He's fucking silly. So they do this weird thing where they make him look like Claw. Like it's mostly just voice and it's like a close up of his eye.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, do the thing. Shut up. Don't fail me. Like, you know, all the generic bullshit.
And for people that don't know, Claw, Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
So
get you next time.
not
Gadget.
everybody's going to get that reference, John. So
I'm fucking old. Fuck me. Hey, they made a Matthew Broderick one and then a fucking another one with French
how old
Stewart
were
for
you
some
when
reason.
that movie came out?
Fuck, I'm old. God damn it. So I still think they need to make one with John Ralphio, Ben Schwartz. I think he'd be a perfect Inspector Gadget. I 100% believe that an Inspector Gadget should be done right now. Anyway,
Captain Planet needs done before that.
No, you smell.
No.
No, climate change isn't real.
Because Captain Planet stopped it.
Your powers combined. You're a tree.
What? I'm Groot. Shut up, Mati. Fuck. I lost my train of thought. Where was I?
I honestly don't know where you were going with that.
Fuck, I hate both of you.
Let's see. Doom looks like Claw.
So Doom's a prick. So I liked Victor because he had like this weird like thing about him. Like he just seemed kind of like
an emo.
He's very emo, but at the same time, he felt like calculating and kind of like I don't know, like sure of himself, but like not saying it's really strange how to say it, but I was just feeling that character. And I wish we'd have gotten a little more of him. He turns into Doom, and it's just he does little quippy one-liner, not even quippy, just like boring ass, like don't fail me, do you understand? That kind of shit. And then he does this weird thing with his hands. He does it the entire film. He just sits there with his gauntlets like, this is awesome. But then he does one step farther. Like he kind of talks like Donald Trump, where for everything he says, he's got to move his hands or a finger or do something. And then he like touches people's mouths and faces and randomly he caresses shit all the time. And you're wearing metal gauntlets, you fool. Why are you caressing people? It's infuriating.
He's got the same thing Ricky Bobby has.
I'm sorry. He's so fucking over the top. I can't take it.
I looked up that actor real quick. The last thing he did, he played FDR on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Shut the fuck up. Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really funny. Was he good? Do you remember? Do you remember the episode?
I don't remember it being a bad performance.
I don't know.
So,
yeah. All right. But he annoyed the shit out of me in this one. He tried though. Like you could tell he's like, this is what villains do. Like they're fucking weirdos, right? Like you just made him weird. Like and not creepy in a good way, but like creepy in like a Joe Biden, I'm going to sniff your hair kind of way. Like it was really strange. You know, like caressing and touching people. It's like, I will do this thing.
It was really weird the way that they had them do it, but it felt familiar from not Marvel, but it just felt familiar. I don't know from that era.
He had no powers. That kind of made me sad. I was kind of hoping he had something, but he just straight up used a gun.
Well, you don't get to see the sequel, so we don't know.
Well, get fucked.
Maybe
me.
that was
They
part
never
of his
planned
plan.
a sequel.
His plan was to use his powers in the sequel.
All right, fair enough.
When they had a bigger budget.
So he lets Leprechaun Man.
They never
Take the
planned a
diamond.
sequel. Don't do that.
I know, right? I saw the documentary. No, I didn't. So now essentially they're all going to space.
Mm-hmm.
Countdown. They go
To
up.
space.
They do their thing. Sure.
The thing goes awry.
Kaboom.
And Reed is just like, it's a fake. It's not the real diamond. And then they just blow up. I
Fuck.
was like, those are your last words, bro. Like, that's all you're gonna say. It's a fake.
It's a trap. And then the thing blows the fuck
Well, can I say though,
up.
a lot of the sci-fi stuff they did in this, I actually dug it. It reminded me of some really cool sci-fi stuff. I mean, granted, it doesn't.
You mean
look
like the
as
set
good.
stuff,
the
like
sets,
like old
yes.
Star Trek,
Yeah.
oh, you know, fucking
Or like
smoke
you go
coming
in-
from the set, sparks, camera movements, things like that. Yeah,
or
sure.
when you go into Reed's office and they have like the like retro
Lights and
looking
panels
chairs and all the panels.
Oh
and
no, the
all
setting
of that
stuff is great.
It was
Like
awesome.
we just don't get a lot of that anymore. Everything's fucking
I wonder
half CGI.
what they
It's like-
what sets those came from, because I don't think that they built all
Like
that
they
stuff
built them, yeah.
themselves.
like
'Cause
maybe
there's a
they
lot of
like
B
just put like
footage
some cool
used, too.
panels on a building that they already
Yeah.
had, kind of shit.
Yeah. But even like the space stuff, you can see all the B footage that they used from other stuff that they didn't use it.
Especially
Something-
at the credits at the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
A lot of just
Something you
stock
do when
footage.
you're like a Roger Corman type director is you use B footage, and then when you have extra money, you shoot extra shit to use in your next project.
just for fun. Yeah, I'd agree with that. The only problem is that in 2005, I liked what they did, how they like get hit with the cosmic blast, and they're all still on the ship, and the ship is a little damaged, but they can still come back. This, they obliterate Death Star style. They blow up, and then they just hard cut to their like out in the middle of a field in a grassy knoll. I'm like, what the fuck? How are you all not dead? There's no re-entry,
The nice
none of
thing
that.
is that they do say that. They make it a part to be like, how are we not fucking even hurt? You know?
Wormholes.
I was like, are they even still on Earth? Like, that was my question.
Michael.
John's over here frozen in stupidity. He's like, Mike, you
Bruh.
got me fucking.
Bruh. Like, come on now. Come on now.
But at least they didn't just, glaze over it. Like nowadays, they would just been, oh, they fell on Earth.
Well,
We're
they
not
could have
even
said
gonna
like
say
they all were in
anything.
an escape pod or something. I don't know. Give them some, like, because all I'm going is the ship doesn't fucking exist anymore. It's in a billion pieces, and they survived re-entry. Eat my butt.
I don't think
Not
you'd
having
survive
it.
that.
I'm not having it. I
Sue-
wanted something better.
Sue obviously protected them with her invisible bubble thing.
How dare
Boom.
you? They don't even show that that's a power.
The
No, they
Colossus
don't.
energy brought them back to Earth. All
No, it's lame. It was lame, and I hated it. But
Gravity
I
brought
like
them back to Earth.
But I was fine with like the acting and stuff. Like
how do we
they were
know
all there
gravity is
and-
not Colossus energy, Tivis?
Oh, goodness.
Maybe
Well,
it's a
it sure
mystic
as hell is
force.
unicorn or Unicron.
Oh, I love the unicorns. Don't put your horn there.
Dude, are there Transformer unicorns? I would get one.
No, you can't. You can't call them that.
Why?
Oh, the robots. Sorry, I thought you were talking about people. No, too soon. All right, fine.
I know, I'm looking it up.
I think
Just
no,
Unicron
just
comes up.
Unicron.
Oh, that's dumb.
That's Transformers, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
no
said
unicorn,
a
though.
unicorn.
They had a dragon in Beast Wars. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. All right.
Was it,
Anyways,
though?
moving forward. So
We
they're
keep
back
getting
to
off
Earth.
this movie. It's so weird. It's like, yeah, it's just weird.
It's like I feel bad because it's just like you go into it knowing it's not going to be great, but you're like, I'm trying to find some of the good stuff. And there's some decent stuff, but man, it's just like, it's just always just a little short for me.
So
We're about to get the powers.
yeah,
you know?
this is when they start seeing that they have some type of powers.
Well, they realize they're all alive, so that's great.
The only one that doesn't show any powers is Ben.
Yeah.
Fucking dude, Susan almost got like impaled in the back of the head.
Right?
I was like, what would you have done? Because you didn't move your fucking feet, dude. Like, she'd been dead if you didn't have these powers. Like, I get for the movie.
Because you wanted to show the arm.
Right.
But yeah,
it's
it is
like, you
weird that
shouldn't
like
be moving
and
your
neither
feet.
did Johnny or Ben. Like neither of them
Yeah.
even move forward.
The first one to show their powers is Johnny, I believe, who sneezes and starts a bushfire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, I mean, come on. What is he, Jewish?
I don't get it.
No.
Oh, the burning bush.
Burning bush.
Oh.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Tivis. Fucking hats off to you, sir. That was fine. Again, I hate Johnny.
I just hope they're not in California.
It's fucked up. No, there was too much grass. and no homeless people. So he saves her. They all notice their powers, and they're like, "Well, we're fucked. Everybody thinks we're dead. Where are we?" I will make an argument that I go, "That's horseshit." Luckily, the movie kind of takes care of it. I don't know how they take care of it, but they take care of it. If debris crashed in this area, they'll find it. So fuck off. I'm fine. My issue is Doom's goons knows they're alive.
Yeah.
And how do we find this out? By a hard cut where Doom comes from the bottom of the frame into the alive. I thought he said arise. I had no idea what he was doing. And then I find out he's like, they're alive. I was like, oh, how the hell would you know that? So that blew my mind. Just going to throw that out there.
He's got people everywhere.
Yeah, the birds are spies. He's like fucking Sauron. Or Saruman. Sorry. Saruman's the wizard. Sauron's
Is
the
it
eye.
at this point when the...
Go
ahead.
Did anyone else notice that Doom's like throne looked like Ming the Merciless's throne from Flash
dude,
Gordon?
I also love the hard cut from like the little like blade of light on his eye to be like cool and mysterious. And then they just hard cut to this big CGI thing with him on this huge ass throne. I'm like, where'd you even get that? Like, and the lighting doesn't match.
He got it from the Moon Witch.
I mean, his throne looks cool, but I'm just like, fucking man, overkill much? And he's like on a castle on a fucking mountain. How do you get your groceries, my guy?
Is this the point where the military shows up and we're like, hey, you're coming with us?
Just randomly,
Yeah.
dude. Out of
Some
nowhere in
random
the middle of the
MP
night.
show up.
And then I
Which-
feel bad for... Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Oh, no, go on.
I was just going to say, I feel bad for the doctor we're about to get introduced to.
Why? Do you not remember the rest of the movie? None of these people are actually military police
You're mean. It was all a sham.
because they all work for Doom.
Yeah, that's why they put the American flags on.
I still feel bad for him. By the time he gets to read, he's freaking out.
Fuck him.
He's
He's
talking more about the montage. It's just kind of silly. And also, you can feel bad for him until the reveal. I can agree
which is
with
like
this.
almost instantly.
My issue is I love go back and watch it. It's fucking hilarious that you can tell they just do the one shot like a Zoom call.
Yeah.
And the doctor's just talking to person. The only character that they show like spatial recognition, like the idea that he's in the room with the person, is with Reed.
Mm-hmm.
So he can do the thingy. Other than that, it's always a face on shot and then a reaction.
Well, no, isn't him in Sue? Because that's where he sticks himself in the hand.
But she's not
Yeah.
there though.
Or head
Yeah,
appears
she is
doesn't
behind
it?
him.
Well, yeah,
when he
that's true.
sticks
Yeah,
her.
they filmed it probably.
Yeah. But with Ben, he does. Oh no, that's a back and forth. It's a 2-shot. Okay. Yeah. Agreed.
Which can we talk about the Ben suit now that he's rocked out?
I actually like
Rocked
it.
out. Rocked out. I like it.
I dig it.
I like the puppetry.
Yeah.
I understand that they wanted to do something to like change it up a bit with his voice. I think they might have done too much, but I don't have a huge problem with it. But I was kind of feeling the suit. I wish they'd have made him look bigger though.
Yeah.
Like taller.
That's what I
Like
was
that
thinking.
was my big issue.
Put him
Like
in some
they tried to
boots
do
or
it once
something.
with that guy when he was in the alley that was putting the food away and he's like, "Hey, fuck off." And they did the thing.
Where
So it looked like he
rises.
like
Yeah.
towered
thing.
over him. Yeah,
The
shut
thing
up.
did the thing.
I fucking hate you. I deserve that. Where they do the reverse shot so it looks like Ben is like towering over the guy, but we just don't get that sense of feeling like his massiveness. And that makes me kind of sad. Like I want him to be, pardon the pun, but a brick shit house. And I don't get that super vibe from it, but aesthetically, I love the costume, and I think the puppetry is really, really cool. I just love shit like that. I just think it was really well done. I liked it.
Agreed.
Sorry. Sorry. Do I have to pay you like $1 every time I say that, Tim?
If I guess, will you?
Maybe at Christmas if we tally mark it.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so we have this scene where the doctor does the back and forth, which
Which
Trying
is
to get the
hilarious.
blood samples.
They almost 100% mimicked that in the 2005.
Yeah,
They almost
yeah.
did exactly the same thing. It was really
Almost.
strange.
yeah, I was gonna say that. I was watching that. I was like, man, they actually took several points
Yeah.
from this movie and put it in 2000. It's like they were like, well, we have this script. No one's
I was
seen
curious
it.
if there was an homage style to it or if they really were just like, well, I think what you were about to allude to, the
Yeah.
idea of like, fuck it, we got the script. Let's just clean it up a little bit and try again.
Right.
Modernize it.
Yeah.
I can
And
see
it-
that.
You know, it gets revealed. It's Doom and his henchmen.
Doom. The fucking
So much so
we're not
is-
having Doom bots here.
Is we find out after this too.
Well, they want to break
Doom-
out.
They want to break out, but Doom also wants to take their powers. So they also do in is it the 2005 or was it the Silver Surfer one?
I think it's Silver Surfer. right
Silver
now.
Surfer.
Yeah, so Doom's trying to get their powers that way too, but instead they put them all in Johnny Storm and make a freaking
Super Skrull.
Nice.
That was amazing. Guys almost harmonized on that.
Yeah, he comes out, does a little monologue. You know, no Doom bots, but everyone's dressed as Doom. So that was kind of a cool
Yeah.
little nod to that.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
he leaves, and they proceed to
Doom
Fuck
reminds
everything
me. I'm sorry, but Doom reminds me of like fucking Shredder in this movie.
a bit,
He's just metal everywhere. He's got his fucking foot soldiers rolling around.
I mean, I'll give
I-
it. Yeah, I
I
will
thought-
say though, if we're
I mean,
comparing
it's a
him to the live
generic
action
thing,
one,
but yeah,
the live action one's way better. But like aesthetically and all
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
yeah, I feel you.
I thought the costume was really cool until you saw like the green neck.
Yeah. Yeah, like like when they were
Turtleneck.
like, well, you notice a lot because you can definitely tell they don't light everything very bright. They go
Uh-huh.
very, very dynamic with the lighting, keep things in the shadows, especially for like all the special effects and
Yeah.
things like that. You can hide a lot of imperfections. It was really strange to try and put Doom in some light. I was like, man, you're doing all right. You're like pretty comic accurate. You're doing okay. Like, the costume's fine. It's a little cheap. The cape feels a little cheap, especially because like you have all the little fake Robin Hoods running around with them. But I thought that was fine.
those were all the arrows from the Arrowverse.
Yeah, I know, right? Bunch of Amels.
I think that's a lot. I know he's depicted with a turtleneck a lot in the comics, but it just looks so weird on this costume.
Did you say turtleneck?
Yeah, it's like covering his neck.
Oh,
Yeah.
And that's what it
Um,
looks like. It probably was with their budget.
well, I wouldn't
So-
be surprised because they don't want to show skin
Right.
Mhm.
because then they have to do makeup for his burns or
Because
whatever.
then it would be rated R or
You're rated
NC-17 for showing too much skin.
R.
Is this the scene where after the fight breaks out, Sue goes invisible, and moments later, without even a chance for her to move, the two guys run
Yeah.
into each other?
Yeah.
Bro, okay,
No, they just
I-
start blowing
good,
each other
thank
up.
you.
I was
Thank
like,
you.
wait. Just because you're invisible doesn't mean you're fucking like
You're not a
You're not
ghost.
ghost. Yeah.
You're not fucking Danny Phantom. Fucking chill out, Sue.
I want a
Yeah,
Danny
I
Phantom
noticed that
movie
too.
now.
I'll give it the pass. Like it's like, oh, maybe she like stepped backwards.
Well, she
but-
did. You see
then
her when
why
she.
would- but you guys, no, they both had guns.
Yeah.
Why were you running at her? Just shoot
No,
her.
no, they weren't running at her. They were both on each side of her.
And ran into each other.
No, they shot each other.
No, they didn't.
No,
they
there
ran
was a scene
into
where
each
two of
other.
them ran into each other.
She goes invisible and they go, bleh.
Oh, I'm talking about the scene where they shot each other.
Well,
'Cause she does
sorry,
that,
I'll
too.
take the shooting each other over the stupid Wile E. Coyote nonsense that I saw. She just goes invisible. Obviously, there's no time for her to leave, and they just run into each other. I'm like, you both have machine guns. Why were you even running at her in the first place?
I must have overlooked that scene. I didn't see that one. I just saw there was a guy here and a guy here on each side of her, and then they pulled their guns and she went invisible and they shot each other. I was like, how did she not get shot? But then they show her like reappear on their knees.
Nah, yeah, boy. Nah, me and Tivis saw that shit. Oof.
Yeah.
And people be like, "Whoa, they can't shoot her. They need to take her." I'm like, "Nah." Movie
they were
says
trying
he
to
doesn't
shoot
give a
all
fuck
of
if they're
them.
dead. He even
Like,
said
Ben took
Doom
all
doesn't
those
give a fuck.
bullets. Like, come on, he wasn't fucking around.
But like I said, Doom eventually says, "Like, I don't give a fuck if you're dead. I'll take your shit."
Yeah.
It's really annoying that Johnny can't stop his power unless he says flame off.
Yeah.
That is weird.
I think it's a psychological thing. They would fix it in the second movie, Tivis.
They did in
That's what
2005.
they always say. That's always the hardest part with his powers. It's like, does he say flame on just to be flamboyant, if you will? Or like, does he actually have to do that?
I believe it's established that he doesn't have to do that. It's like a what's the word I'm looking
Habit?
for? Like focusing.
Focusing your energy on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Sure.
there's Sue go, invisibility.
I know, right? Stretch.
Clobbering
Go
time.
gadget, stretch arm. Stretchy leg.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to the end.
Well, and again, now we're having all the fights. Everybody's showing off their power. Can I talk about the fact that like every time the Thing fights somebody, especially when they broke out of the Thing, why do they feel the need to just spin the footage or do fucking goofy ass edits? They like
'Cause it's
literally took the
fun.
frame and they would just spin it when he was like fighting people.
Yeah.
It was weird. And they only do it with him. It was every time the Thing fought somebody
They
or
wanted
did
to
something.
show off every inch of that fucking suit because they spent a lot of money on it, John.
No, what I'm saying is no, they like spun the frame. Like I can't see anything.
Okay.
They do all these crazy, goofy edits.
You can blame the editor.
Well, yeah, that's who I'm blaming. hence the editing. But it was weird. Yeah, like that. They
Fucking
would just
Tivis.
keep doing that whenever the Thing fought somebody. It was fucking nuts. That was hilarious, by the way. Well done, Tivis. You were fucking comedic genius. That was great.
This actually says on IMDb that this was directed by Ali Sesoni.
Oh, this was directed by somebody?
Yeah. Sasani?
And again, we have the problem that we have to show off Reed's powers. Fucking lame. He trips like 5 people. All he does is he's in a doorway and like stretches his leg and trips like 5 people. I was like, after the first 2 went down, what the other 3? What are you guys doing?
So this editor
Should be dead. I'm sorry.
edits- he edits like all of Rob Zombie's movies.
That makes sense.
Guys, we've spent way too much time together.
And that man is doing the monsters.
Yes, he is. Anyways, let's see what.
I'm upset.
Okay. So let's move out of this out of the lair. So they escape and Doom just walks back in.
Yeah, because he fucks
Like,
off to
he
let
didn't
his
hear-
Doom. He
Yeah.
fucks off to let his Doombots people do shit.
Yeah.
His
He didn't
Doom-
hear anything, apparently. He comes back in, where's everyone at? Sees
Yeah,
the hole
his
in the
Doom.
wall.
No,
and
he-
just-
he
and
comes
it's
in
literally like that.
cocky.
You're almost not even like paraphrasing or fucking being funny. He literally walks in and goes, "Huh." I think that's what he does. I think he's like, and then
said,
hard
he's like-
cut.
He's looking around at all the bodies on the floor,
Yeah.
and the hole in the wall. I swear, I was going to ask for confirmation, but he just,
Yeah, I literally think he just
Well,
goes.
he was originally walking into the room trying to be like all cocky, like his guys stopped them. That's why
Yeah.
he didn't hear anything. And then he's just like, huh.
My
And then
Doom minions.
Then they
Like,
just switched to like the Fantastic Four finally got back to like America or whatever. I'm like, how did that happen? Y'all couldn't do that when you were in the fucking Greenlands or some shit.
It's
but you could do it
it's
from
fucking the Dark
here?
Knight Rises all over again, dude. They just get back to Gotham somehow. Shut up.
they're in
Not
the Baxter
important.
building, which have we seen until this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where they were the whole time.
Technically. We haven't seen a wide shot.
They did. Because even on the building when they first go into it, when he talks to Ben, it said Baxter Building.
And then Ben gets pissed and leaves, and this is when the not mole man kidnaps Alicia.
Also, do you like how they're fucking no.
Fucking
Let's
scene.
talk about this real quick. How is their address 4444?
Thank you. Fucking hated that. That comes later when the ship flies away, when they go back to
No,
Liberia.
they do it in the wide there too when they show the building.
Was
when they
it?
first go
Oh,
into it. They
okay.
show it multiple times. I'm just like,
Fucking hate it. It looks retarded. It looks really retarded. I would have just rather you just not put that on there.
I mean, maybe it's from the comics. I don't know.
I don't give a damn.
think so.
Even
I
if it
was
is
just-
in the comics, it's
What's
fucking
it is?
retarded. I don't care. It looks stupid.
What's it is?
I don't think so. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
But I'm making the argument, even if it is, I don't care. It's fucking dumb. And it looks dumb. It just looks really try hard. It's like, well, if my, Hellboy bought an apartment. Guess what his apartment number is? Oh, 666. It's like, there's only 5 floors. Fuck off, film. Like, it's feels like
maybe
that.
it goes by apartment number, not the floor.
So fucking
There's
lame.
666
So,
apartments.
Somehow, right?
Yeah, they've never given it an address until now. They still haven't used that in the comics. It's just
this is from the 90s.
till this movie. It's just 42nd in Madison.
This can
Okay.
eat my butt. Yeah, that was fucking dumb. It looked dumb.
All right, so then we're going into the
Oh,
mole man kidnapping. No.
Well, no, wait.
Yeah.
Isn't it the thing being all sad and people telling him he's ugly montage?
No,
Yeah,
no.
and
Before
then he
that,
takes off.
you have the mole man send his groupies to go
Oh, yeah.
kidnap Alicia.
Because he thinks she's hot and wants her to be his queen. So then
Bye, Alicia.
they,
Instead, Felicia, get it? Come on.
I got you. No,
Yeah.
no,
we
that was
got
good.
it.
I'll give you that. So he sends the minions, and they keep hard cutting back to her, like trying to sculpt Ben's face.
Yeah. And
then
like
a
fucking
dude with
going
wing-
all weird about it. Like if that was a dude doing that, people would have so many fucking issues.
Right. I have issues because it's a woman. She's a freak. But then a
But
delivery guy
sometimes that's
shows
kind of
up.
hot. So
A delivery guy shows up with wings on his hat. I'm assuming that's either in a Captain America or a
Thor.
Flash reference.
Thor.
Oh, maybe Thor. Yeah, I can give you that.
Flash is not Marvel, first of all.
Oh, sorry. I thought the DC existed in this universe.
No. They
Yes,
just
it
said
does.
Batman. Only Batman exists.
Damn it.
Hey, it's just like the DC universe.
I know, right? So I guess this was to set up the fact that she leaves her door unlocked, which if you're blind, why?
It's
And a
a woman
woman?
in New York. Why?
And New York? Why? You're also a woman? Why? I'm going to reiterate it a third time. She's a woman who's blind? Why would you leave your door unlocked?
Because God made her that way. That's why.
she didn't make her door be unlocked.
How do you know? And I love how you refer to God as a she right there.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking
Dogma.
Dogma. Fucking Alanis Morissette came down and blessed me. Fucking Canadian witch. So
Okay. I don't know what that's about, but okay.
nah, it's fine. We have a personal beef. It's fine. So
John's
that, I
adding
feel
her
like
on
that was to
Twitter
set
right
that up.
now.
Yeah, shut up. The delivery person leaves.
I dug his hat. I wanted his hat. Remind me of
course you did.
Hermes from Hercules.
Ew. God. Hermes never goes away. It's for life.
And fast.
Thank you, TIVIS. So Leprechaun sends his gold coin minions to her to go capture her. So the two creepy guys, oh no, I think Doom's minions come through the door, and then the Leprechaun minions come
they're
from
all-
the fucking ceiling?
No, they're all leprechauns.
Are they all
minions.
Leprechaun
Yeah,
minions?
yeah,
Okay.
Doom's minions don't show up till later.
And so
What you
again,
guys
after
to
he
know that I
kidnaps her.
cringe every time you don't use the jeweler.
oh yeah, no, I'm calling him Leprechaun Man.
He looks like Warwick Davis in the outfit.
I'm sorry, he really does. Especially when he like came out of the sewer and his initial thing, he
Ooh,
looked like the Leprechaun. I'm sorry.
He wanted him to
hood.
say he's gonna give you boobs out to here and an ass out to here and lips out to here, and then watch
Especially in-
Jennifer Aniston blow up.
In the hood.
Was she in the hood or was she? No, that was the other one.
No, they were in the hood. Jennifer Aniston
Was
has
that
no
before or
business
after
in
he
the
went to
hood.
space?
Before.
It was number 4. So another
Fantastic
thing,
Four?
what? I hate me, guys.
It comes back.
I hate this. I fucking hate this entire podcast. I hate everyone. So keeping with the theme of doing weird, creepy shit with the blind girl, all the creepy guys just do weird hand things in front of her face in a circle and go, yeah, we're gonna steal you. And she's like, no, don't steal me. They're like, no, we're gonna do it. And then they like pushed her.
I love how too, like she was
And then they
freaking.
carried her out like she was body surfing at a concert.
Well,
it was the fucking
Before
weirdest
that,
thing.
dude. Before that, like they show her freaking out because she's figuring out that Ben is possibly dead. To the rest of the world, Ben is dead.
And she's like, I love him.
And she's like freaking out about it. I'm like, you ran into the dude once, first of all.
And she like yelled at him to put you down because he like invaded your fucking personal
But apparently
space.
she fell in love with the statue she was making, and then it was the same. I don't know.
She touched his face, Michael.
But
that's all people need.
They go from her
and I'll tell you right
out.
now.
No, shh! Don't tell me anything.
Okay.
They go from her freaking out from that to then the people grabbing her. I'm like, she should have freaked out. Like, oh,
She should have heard the door open.
I can smell these fucking sewer people in my goddamn apartment.
They're all fucking homeless. She should have smelled them outside the door. I know she's not fucking Daredevil, but chill out, people. Like, she didn't hear her door open. She didn't hear
should have
them.
been able to smell.
She didn't
like,
hear them fucking rappelling from the ceiling.
If she wasn't gonna smell them, they should have given her a cough. Say, oh, she has a stuffy nose. She can't smell.
Fucking lame. But also, I was going to tell you
Anyways,
something and I forgot.
good. Good. Moving
Damn
forward,
it.
they kidnap her, and then eventually, we have a scene where the goons go to.
Then they showed up at the house after then.
No, they go to the Leprechaun's base to try and get the rock, and he says it's not for sale.
Dwayne Johnson?
Dwayne
What?
The Rock Johnson is
You
in
beat me
this
to it.
movie, guys. He should be the thing. No, he shouldn't. They would make it a big joke. Anyways, they want the diamond. That's what it was. And the guy says no, it's not for sale. They pull guns on the Leprechaun, and then all of the goons and the sewer goons, we're just going to call them sewer trash goons, pull their guns out, which you kind of knew was going to happen.
You skipped a lot, dude. Don't forget, they found Ben.
No, not yet. They haven't.
Yeah,
This
they
is
have.
all before Ben shows up.
No, it's not.
These are his goons. These are not him coming there yet.
What?
His goons go there and ask for the diamond before Doom comes there.
Oh, yeah. And then they go like, oh, you wouldn't fucking give it to me.
Yeah. Then they go back and leave and stuff like that. And then you get the stuff in the Baxter tower where Grimm just fucks off. Because he's like, well, you guys get to live normal lives, but I can't, and I'm gonna fuck off, and I'm a rock creature, so I'm gonna walk around the streets of New York.
Yeah.
Staying in this building with my friends.
That gave me real 1991 or 2 Turtles vibes where Raph fucks
does
off
it?
in a trench coat.
Yeah.
It's also revealed that Doom saw him leave the phony diamond and let it proceed because he knew that would cause their space mission to fail.
Yeah. Yeah, we said that.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's not that he was beat there first. He's like, all right, this is gonna work with what I want.
He reiterates that a couple of times.
Yeah, he reiterates that. Plus, he also wants to get the diamond from the leprechaun dude anyways. Makes it easier.
Afterwards.
Who is preparing it as an engagement ring.
Yeah, I want to see that ring.
Why?
It's like he's like force.
Are you kidding? How big that
shotgun
thing is? It
wedding
could
this
be a
shit.
fucking marital cod piece. The thing is huge. It's like a football.
I was thinking headpiece, but yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah, my
he's
bad.
making her a dildo.
Well, he made her a crown.
Jeez.
Wasn't that what it was?
No, he didn't make
Or
anything.
no, he just gave her a crown.
Yeah, she had one, but
Yeah.
Where'd the homeless get a crown?
They probably stole it.
Made it out of a fucking flaming
They
barrel.
literally
He's the
went into someone's
jeweler.
apartment and stole a person, John. You think they can't fucking steal a crown?
Yeah, look at me. Fucking silly me.
well, okay.
A blind woman's unlocked apartment is the same as a fucking jeweler. Okay.
What is the
They
thing
went
on
into
his? Is this thing on his
bathroom
face
shower.
supposed to be that
The jeweler's
magnifying glass
magnifier?
they used to look at jewelry?
Yeah. Yeah, I
All
think
right,
so.
That's what I thought.
Because they're not clever. But I thought he could see it from a mile away. Why do you need this stupid
Smell it.
eyeglass?
He said
you prick?
smell it. He said smell it, not see it.
Well, either way, my point still
And
stands.
how can you smell a diamond? I didn't even know diamonds had a smell to them. So
It smells like
That-
ground up carbon.
after all this, Sue decides to make them costumes while Ben wanders the streets, scaring the hell out of people.
yeah.
Classic.
Which
Just
you
like
like
me.
how in this one, Sue, no matter what she wears, turns invisible.
Also, can I
Yeah.
say, I think it's important for all the minority communities out there and like oppressed communities out there. I'm really happy they actually had this big orange rock monster because I feel very represented right now.
Did you say rock
I would-
presented?
I would big rock orange person. I feel very connected to him because he looks like me.
He kind of does.
Don't deflate my joke, you fuck. Sorry.
John,
Moving on.
take your hat off and paint it orange, and you paint your head orange. See,
There you go.
I bet you he'll look just
Just
like
like
him.
get like foam pieces and just like glue them to my face.
Yeah. So then we got she's making the outfits,
Oh,
For
he,
them.
she. All right.
and
pronouns.
Johnny makes a remark about him. I tried to get my kid to watch this movie so much because he likes The Incredibles. I was like, dude, this is where Incredibles came from. Without Fantastic Four, you get no Incredibles. And he didn't
Disagree.
listen to me.
Did he watch the 2005 version?
I'm not sure.
Okay, just have him watch the better one.
That's debatable still. We'll get to it.
It's
Chill.
not debatable.
So what happens after this? Then Ben
He jokes
gets
about
in,
the number on it, and she's like, "We're the Fantastic Four again."
and he says, "No, we're
Well,
the
no,
whatever
fucking
three."
hell, guys. You're the worst. You're all
No,
the
this
worst.
is where we're at.
No, it's not. You haven't
Yes,
had the
it
mole men
is.
grab Ben and make him part of the team
Because
yet.
that was after they made the suits.
I thought
No,
it
it's
cut back
not.
and forth between
It's
him
cut back and
scaring
forth.
women on the
Guys, I
street.
watched the movie this morning, for fuck's sake.
It's back and
This-
forth. It's all happening at the same
No,
time.
it's not.
How long
Oh
was
my
Ben
God.
gone for? How long was he gone for?
Okay, mister, I don't understand how to get down to the ship in the sea from Justice League. You gonna fucking test me again?
What?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Let me handle this.
Okay, first of all, the stupid elevator they took to the ship in Justice League of America was in a door on land. How the fuck does the tube just go straight down in the middle of the
doesn't
fucking
matter. You
river?
didn't know it existed, and I
Don't
told
ma-
you it did.
Because it doesn't make sense.
That's
sir.
not the argument.
Yes,
The
it
argument was
is.
whether
It
or
is.
not it existed.
Now it is the argument now.
Sure, and I agree with you that it makes no
Also-
sense. Therefore,
also-
there's no argument. You're the fool.
Also, the actor who played Shades deserved to get shot in Army of the Dead. Boom. Thank you. Let's move
Who's
forward
Shades?
the
now.
continuity of the show is getting
I forgot.
complex.
I forgot. Who Shades?
The one that they shoot in
Luke
the
Cage.
kneecaps.
What?
The guy they shoot in the kneecaps in Army of the Dead.
Shades
no,
was
the
the character
security
on Luke
guard.
Cage.
Oh, okay. No, I still disagree. Or I still got to say it's morally reprehensible.
But that's the point of that whole movie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. None of them
no, it's
have
not.
morals. The whole movie is about
I
people
wouldn't say
without
that's
any
the
morals.
point. I think it's a side
That's
effect.
not the point. Everybody wants to think it's a dystopian world, like, you know, like fucking like Book of Eli or some shit. No, it's just Vegas. The rest of the world is normal. We still adhere to actual law.
I
Maybe
would
they're-
argue
they're
that
trying to
Vegas
tell
hasn't
you-
changed.
Yeah. Maybe
well,
they're
I'd also
trying,
make the argument it's essentially New Orleans when Katrina happened.
maybe they're trying to tell you when you go to Vegas, you just lose all sense of morals
Why are you trying to make me mad?
because it's easy.
Also, you're probably not wrong.
All
So
right,
I'm going to
moving
steal
forward.
this.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
so you're wrong.
Anyways, guys.
The Mole Men homeless people
Yeah.
find Ben Grimm and bring him
Don't-
to
Don't
the
forget,
thing.
he was outside the restaurant, and then he walked up on two random women who ran away screaming.
It
Yeah,
would
they
have
all
been
freaked
really
out.
cool if Ben would have found out that the leprechaun dude was the whole reason for the ship thing to go down. And that's
I know,
why
right?
Ben looks the way he does.
That would have been interesting. Do we get that? No.
No. It's a Roger Corman film, produced
Yeah.
film.
So he
Shows
shows up.
called him Mole Man.
So they show up, and Leprechaun
Ooh, it's a leprechaun.
Man.
Does he got
It's like,
Loki
hey,
charms though?
We're so happy you're here, and we'll
No.
treat you awesome, and blah 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 and poop. So then, the goons left. Then they talk to Doom, and then Doom shows up at the moment, Leprechaun Man house.
Well,
Mhm.
we also got the whole thing about, this costume. There's only three of us. He's like, oh, he'll be back.
Well,
He doesn't
don't they
come
call
back. They have
himself-
to find him.
Doesn't he say something else that they're like the Incredible Three or some shit like that? More like the
No.
Incredible Three or something.
He had to Terrific 3
Terrific
because
3.
it needed to start with the same letter, or it doesn't work.
Which wasn't haven't they used that in the comics? I feel
think
that
so.
that's a comic
At this point, if
Easter
you say
egg.
the word comic, just say yes, because they probably have.
The
'Cause
Terrific
there are
Trio,
retards
yes.
everywhere. There you go. The Wayans brothers, love them.
4 great movies.
We're
Blink.
brothers.
I got this for Blank Man and Mo Money though.
We're happy and we're singing and I can't say that word. Give me a high five.
What? Why can't you say it?
I don't know. I
what
I don't
kids
know
do
what the
when
internet
they,
allows anymore. Shut up.
It's what kids do when they color.
Yeah,
So-
well, I'm not Crayola. So Doom shows up
yeah.
to Leprechaun Men's
Yeah.
thing, and Ben's there, and
He doesn't
Late-
notice Ben at first.
Yeah,
They're
And
like
then
arguing, give me this
Well,
shit. And he's
no,
like,
The
no.
big
that-
orange rock, you don't notice him, and then
No,
they like
screw that. No. Hold up. Ben instantly knows it's Doom. He's like, ooh, Doom. Like when the fucking like
sure. No,
Weird
that's
ass,
not what
like,
Tivis
thing.
said. Tivis said Doom didn't notice Ben.
Yeah, but Doom
Ah, for
or
fuck's
Ben
sake.
just like before Ben stood in the way because he knows
Tivis,
he's
I swear I'm
bulletproof.
listening to you.
He knows he's bulletproof.
And
And he doesn't fucking go out there and stop any of these people that are
because he doesn't know what's
accepting him.
happening, you silly bastard. And
He
then he
doesn't hear the
finds out that
guns.
what's her face is there.
Yeah, that's the only time he hears about it. He goes in is because the chick's in trouble. But he
And
doesn't
that's
go
what
out
I'm
and help
saying.
Any of these
that was
other
the point.
people.
Otherwise, why would he give a
No,
fuck?
Well,
because these people are
She
accepting
recognizes
him.
him. Can we point? She recognize, even though his voice is different, she recognizes that it's the same
That
Ben.
is
Yeah.
well, no. It's because Doom says his name.
Oh,
his name.
Benjamin Grimm.
Yeah.
Does she know his full name? She met him on the
Yes.
street.
Yes,
because it's on the Braille card.
yeah.
with her.
It
with
was
his
on the
face sculpt.
statues that she got.
Yeah.
Ha-ha!
Pay attention, Tivis. God.
All right.
I'm just saying that the movie works pretty straightforward, even though it's goofy and retarded. It does set up and pay off for the most part. So I did like the scene where the jeweler was just like, "I'm gonna kill her," and Doom's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I don't know. Like for us as the audience, we're like, oh no, she's really important. We don't want her to die. And for Ben, we don't want her to die. But like,
You
for
forget
Doom,
Doom
he's like,
doesn't
I
give
don't know
a
what the
fuck.
fuck this is.
Like, I don't. What? I'd like to
You know
see
what I-
that. Let me.
you know what
let me see. Because he
Yeah, go
he
for
keeps going for it. He's like, well, I'd like to see you do that. Like,
Yeah, go for
let's-
it. You know what it reminds me of? It has the same energy as I think it was Justice League. I want to say it was Unlimited. There's an episode where Flash and Lex Luthor change brains, and Lex is in the Flash's body. So while he's in the bathroom, he goes up into the mirror and he's like, "Well, I might as well take advantage of this and see who this is." And he takes the mask off.
He's
He
so
stares
happy.
at it for he stares at it for a second. He's like, "Yeah, I have no idea who this is." I was like, "Oh man, that's so good. That's so good."
Which is even funnier when you realize the guy who voices Flash was Lex Luthor in Smallville.
exactly. I love it. Michael Rosenbaum. He's fantastic.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
such a good Flash. It's so good. God. Oh God, when he plays with Elongated Man, when he plays Rock and Sock and Robots. Knocked your block off. No, like, anyway, sorry. So I love Doom being like that. And then we have another hostage change then when Doom's holding her and then Ben is being held hostage by her now. I was like, that poor woman. She's just used as a fucking token the entire time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. And,
It seems like they could have done a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, granted, it was 90. I understand the film, but
Yes.
going with the story and stuff that they were trying to portray, it would have been really cool to see a lot more with that. Like,
well, like I
but
said, I think
again,
that's why
though-
2005 does it better because they already established a relationship beforehand.
well, yeah, aren't
rather
they
than-
married or something already in that one?
He was getting ready to get engaged because they'd been dating for a while
Okay.
in the
Oh.
2005 one.
No, that's
I'm
the
remembering
sequel.
this one wrong too. What I said earlier is not correct.
What?
When I said that he doesn't come back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you silly goose. I was going to let that fly because I was going to fix it for you. But so they have that whole thing and then fucking because plot. It's the only reason why this happened is Ben turns back into human form. So he has to fuck off and he runs away so he doesn't get shot by bullets and then goes,
What a hero.
He runs barefoot. All crazy. I know, right? The woman he loves, supposedly. And then he fucks off, runs into the middle of the street and goes, roar! And then more goofy editing where things spin and go nuts and cut back and forth. And then he turns back into the Rock Man. Exactly just like that. Perfect. And then after a scene.
What did you guys think about that? What did you
He
think
comes
about
back.
him not or being able to turn into human form again?
I hate it.
Now,
It removes
Tivis, what did you think?
removes the Frankenstein aspect of it.
Tivis, what did you think?
It's where really, like I said, when they did it in the comics eventually, it was annoying, but it felt like,
In the comics,
okay,
they
this guy
only-
who was suffered for so long he's like, okay, he can lead a normal life, even though like 3 issues later, he forgets how to do it again. And
Well,
it
in
was
the
way
comics,
too soon.
They in the comics he also ends up taking a serum.
Yeah.
At some point where
There's
he
so
can,
many different ways that
But
he goes
let
back
me-
to being
but
human.
there's the serum only works so he becomes human once a year.
But let me put it this way. One, that has stakes. He
Yes.
has to choose when he does it. And in 2005, they did it. Reed was able to change him back.
Mm.
And they were pretty sure
no, it was
once-
Doom that did it.
Yeah. He took
or
his
whatever.
powers.
They gave him the chamber and he was able to turn himself back. And
but
that
they
was
took his
cool
powers.
because-
They didn't like they
but
didn't
everybody
change
assumed
back.
it was
He just
permanent.
took his powers.
They all assumed it was permanent.
It would have been if he wouldn't have had to take his powers back.
Well, I don't remember if he goes back into the thing. I don't remember how he gets.
Yeah, he
his powers back. It's
chooses
been
to
a while.
go back in because it turns out that Doom tricked him so that he could
Yeah.
get rid of the muscle.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the whole point. That's what I'm saying is he made a conscious choice, made the decision, and then realized it was a bad decision. This was just a plot point to get him out of that situation. That's all it was. Because since he's not bulletproof anymore, he has to fuck off.
Right.
So that's lame. And then immediately changing him back, it's really lame. Like, wouldn't it have been neat if when he comes back to the team, he's still human? And they'd be like, what the fuck happened? And then he has to figure out,
because he doesn't even
and
explain.
then Doom calls and then puts like her face on the thing and goes, I fucking got her. And then he gets pissed off and turns back into him.
Well, he
I
never
would
even
give you that,
explains
but
to
there's just
them.
nothing about it. It's so I don't care. And because
Yeah.
the fact that now I know he has that ability, it's just lame. It takes away the character development that he has.
Well, he
And
also never explains it. Like, he never tells any of the other group members or anybody that he
Nope.
turned human
No,
or anything.
it never comes up again.
Which, when we do cut back to the team, Reed, while Sue tries to awkwardly flirt with him, realizes how their powers manifested,
Yeah.
which was weird.
I hated that.
Which that was before Ben came back. That was before
Yeah,
Ben left too. But it's like Ben was hard-headed or something, which I'm guessing they're trying to say, well, because
He relies
said,
on his strength over his smarts.
yeah.
Over his brain, yeah.
So I don't understand why her saying that she loved him changed him back to human though, unless it like released, like he didn't feel he needed to use his brute strength at that point because
I wish you hadn't used that word.
That's
what?
actually
Released.
Well, no,
You're a
it's
pervert.
like
Tivis, you're a pervert.
he feels like that she says he loves her or loves him.
Gets his rocks off.
That he doesn't need to rely on his brute strength and stuff to accomplish anything at that point because he has love or whatever. So then
Damn it.
his powers demanifest.
He gets his rocks off.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
No,
thinking of the joke from Rise of the Silver Surfer now.
Which one?
well, come on.
Just want to
What do you
make
got?
sure she doesn't die in a rock slide.
It's fucked up. That's kind of funny.
Wasn't in the 2005? Wasn't he already previously married and then his wife left him?
Married or engaged? One of the two.
Engaged.
And then his wife
Engaged.
left him, and that's when he met.
Yeah, because that John brought up earlier, he tried to pick the ring up.
Yeah. And then he meets the other girl in that one. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He's not married to the blind chick in the first movie, or not engaged to her.
Oh,
He meets her after the relationship ends. After
Yeah,
he gets
because he
his
was in the
powers.
trench coat and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She, doing the Turtles ripoff, and
Yee.
she helped him really. It's more important what's on the inside than the outside. And
Fuck off. I like it. It was good.
How would she know? She can't see the outside.
She can feel the outside, bitch.
I want to make another joke, but
I'm not.
Stop it. Both of you.
so
Both of you.
All right,
Rein
so
it in.
let's move it in. Move along. Move
Ben
along.
busts in. He's like, "Hey, he took her to Latveria, where the fuck his castle is. He's gonna do a laser on New York. Let's go stop him."
Yeah, Doom just fucking calls him and he's like, hey, I'm going to do all this stuff.
Well, yeah.
all right,
he's-
well, let's go.
he wants their powers. It's they even say it's a setup. So
Because then we find out it's a trap.
well, they knew it was a trap going in.
They got
just
fucking
I don't think that they
Akbard.
paid attention to how quickly the trap would enact.
They got Akbard.
So then we get them to Latveria and
They walk
It's
in the castle.
clobbering
Walk
time
into
for
a
the second
trap.
time.
No,
for
third time at this point.
Oh,
third.
Third or fourth, actually. He says it at least 3 times.
What?
the first
Clobbering
time I
time.
noticed it was when they were escaping from the fake military.
Well, pretty much every time he's about to fight, he says it. So it's been 4 times. I am
But
pretty sure it's 4.
I mean, I know it's his catchphrase, but no setup.
Did they make him do it 4 times on purpose? Anyway.
Are we numberists now? Oh my god. It means this.
Fantastic Four, shut up, bitch. So they
He
walk.
said it's clobbering
walk
time
forward.
4 times in the Fantastic Four that was made in 1994 by a man who only had a 4-letter name.
and at 4 balls.
What?
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 He
Ow.
took Lance Armstrong's. So that means he started with 3. So
You know, there was also only 4 Ninja Turtles at first, so I mean, they weren't the Fantastic Four.
I don't get it.
God,
So
they ripped off.
they walk in, and then all of a sudden, these big tubes of light hold them in the little prison, and they can't do anything. And
This made me so mad.
And then just Doom walks out and is like, "Hey, I'm gonna take your powers, bitch."
He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. He's like, I don't care.
Well, he's like, no, he says, "I don't care if you're dead. I'm gonna take your powers."
Yeah.
Like that's all he wants. I want your powers. I love that. The very first person he goes after is Sue. Starts fucking zapping the shit out of her, and he's like, Reed like does not like the actor's fucked off at this point because like Johnny's making like goofy faces like I'm getting fucking zapped. Fuck. Thing you can't tell because he's a puppet. And Reed, they do a close-up of him, couldn't give a fuck. Doesn't even look at Sue getting fucking like lasered. And then all of a sudden they're all being lasered. And there's just like overacting and no acting.
I did have an issue with like how easily Victor was able to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like you're like one of my best friends from years ago. You're the dude who tackled me to save my life from getting killed. And then he's the like, so Ben is literally the one who saved Victor from dying.
Yes.
Literally. And then
Correct.
he wants to torture Ben by killing his fucking girl that he likes for no reason. I'm like, that confused the shit out of me.
No reason. She's a bargaining chip.
He didn't need to say, no, he said he was going to fucking kill her in front of him to make him watch for no reason. Even after he took his powers and shit.
Well, I guess. Yeah.
I was like, why? This dude, he's your reason you're here, man.
But
That's
does he
why
care?
I think those two goons, that's why I think the 2 goons at the beginning that become Victor's lackeys. Slackies.
I like that. That's funny.
Become their lackeys. I think that Victor became more powerful than what they could control, and then they had to become his servants. I think they were originally trying to make it as he was going to work for them, but eventually, of course, they never show that in this movie, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Inferring,
that's just me trying to make the story better in my head.
Sure. Sure.
Doom, he's such a complicated character, and the movies have never done him justice. They've always depicted him as his power hungry, version.
He's going to show up at the end of Loki,
but he has a reason for it.
Once he becomes Doom, he's just evil. He's Emperor Palpatine, and I'm just kind of like, that's not that dude. Like that dude is a ruler of a country who fucks off and has patience, who's gonna fuck off for 10 years, get his shit together and go, I'm gonna puzzle piece all of this stuff.
Wants to find a way to get his mom out of hell before he starts wearing her as armor.
You know who's a better Victor Von Doom than Doom in these movies? Baron Zemo from MCU Civil War.
Yeah.
I think like 100% you put him in that iron suit. Baron Zemo from Civil War. That's
Don't
Dr.
give them
Doom.
ideas. They might do that.
You know what I mean. Zemo would be Doom. Like the way he calculated all this stuff and he had a motivation for it and all that.
He's such a good character, but they definitely, like we said earlier, they need to set him up early. Don't just throw him into the Fantastic Four movie.
No, they need to hint at him, do something.
Because he could totally be the next Thanos level bad guy.
At least on planet level. Like on planet. Like, I don't know
think
if I
that
want to
makes
go
it more-
anymore, but I like the idea that he could be like
Tivis was
If
telling
they're
me
going
the
to do that, it should be
storyline
Galactus, but...
Tivis was telling me the storyline of Victor releasing the symbiotes on New York, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Or Doom. Sorry, Doom.
He was having fun. I forget why he was doing it, but he had a whole bunch of symbiotes and just released them. And one of them tried to get on him and he slaps it away like, don't touch me. I don't want your weakness.
See?
That's kind of dope.
Right?
That's kind of dope.
That would be badass.
I wouldn't want that in a movie because then it's like, fuck. Once you get all the symbiotes out, you're like, oh my God, you can't pull that back. But like, God, what a cool moment.
The fact that he is just like, yeah, you're too weak to be on me. I don't need your power to be weak.
It's like a booger. Like, get your schmegma off me. So I can't believe this. This blows my mind.
Yeah.
How they escape their two
I know.
prisons. His foot. And like they make it look like it's just going to be his toes, but then he ends up using his soul. He just kicks the laser beam to free them, and that's it. And I can't get over how pathetic Doom is. He just doesn't do anything other than hold hostages and tell people to not fuck up.
He didn't need to do anything. He was setting it up for the next movie.
Well, then I'm still
I'm
sad.
gonna kill TIVIS with that one. TIVIS just wants to kill me right now.
You're gonna keep making me sad. It's like the idea of like, well, we kept talking about the T-Rex, but he's gonna come out in Jurassic Park 2. He's not. We're not gonna see him.
They're not even gonna bring him in
one.
Jurassic Park 2. Jurassic World is when you get to see your first T-Rex, and it's gonna try and, race the raptors around the speed.
Why do you
race?
gotta
I
bring
don't know.
race into this, dude? Fucking white supremacist piece of shit. Sorry, I love you.
John is canceled from the podcast now.
Oh,
TIVIS, how you doing?
Oh,
Is it clobbering time yet?
We don't need that thing on our show.
what do you mean? Fuck that.
I don't know if we painted John orange, if he'd look more like the thing or more like Trump. I'm not sure yet.
I was thinking Danny DeVito.
I'd be the greatest.
Oh,
I'd be the greatest
movie
reviewer ever.
Speaking of DeVito, the Mole Man's group reminded me of Penguins, like the circus.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And
Why
then,
does all the bad guys have to have like a throne to sit in?
because why
Leprechaun
not?
Man had one.
They know impressive chairs when they see it.
But no, Mole Man's group remind me of Penguin's group, and then when you're in his lair, it reminded me of Jabba the Hutt. Because he's got the chick tied up off to the side, and just like, okay, so we're really doing this.
Nah, I would have rather seen the blind chick in the swimsuit.
She was in something different. I don't know
It's
what
just
she
a
was
dress
wearing.
with a fucking crown on.
Is that it?
Lame.
I thought she's had some
Sexualize
other
her,
shit.
'cause I'm a pervert.
All right, so moving
She
forward.
was hot though. Like I'm just gonna throw that out there. She's hot.
Moving forward, we have them finally escaping their power
Stupid
tube
Two
things.
prisons, and then it's clobbering time again.
And then we get more fighting. All right. Stop it, Tivis. We don't get that many
Tivis, you're
people
a
that watch
fucking
the video,
legend,
dude. More people listen. So then they do another big mini action scene, I guess I should say. And then we have a little quick spot at the laser where Doom just turned the laser on. So now it's going to just blow up their tower?
Why
Wait,
not?
what? Their tower? What do you mean?
That's what it was going at.
No, he was gonna blow up New York.
Okay, so maybe it was.
That's what he said. He said, "I'm gonna blow up New York."
Because I remember when you get to the end of the laser, it's almost right at their tower. So I just assumed maybe
Which is
blowing
in
up
New
their
York.
tower is blowing up New York, I guess. Okay, we'll go with that.
He says
and then
it's a line.
Then you get to see Johnny
Yeah, the
Fucking
best
finally.
graphics.
flame on.
Well,
and-
before that, actually, we're doing all the fights.
no, that's
like
it.
again.
That's it.
Well, no, don't forget. No, Johnny tried to. Oh no,
No,
No, that
Reed
was earlier. I'm
tries to turn it off, but he can't turn it off.
yeah.
So the laser's already
And Johnny's
going.
just throwing fire blast.
And
That's
then Johnny flames on and
Flame on to throw
torpedoes out.
fireballs every time. It's like,
You notice how he looked a lot like what the Silver Surfer looked like in the Silver Surfer movie in the face.
it. Right? Especially with the like white eyes.
Yeah. He's just red to silver. And then he blasts off after that. After that, then we just get Reed
I
with
hate this.
Victor.
I hate it.
And-
It's lame.
And
It's really boring. They
he
have a
punches
little
him a
bit of
couple
back and
times.
forth.
Not even like a fight though, just a talk.
No,
just
it's not
a
even a
conversation.
fight. They talk, and then Reed gives 2 accordion punches from distance, and
This is
he
for
falls
me.
off
This
a cliff.
is for my friends.
He gets fucking Cruella mommed by Dalmatians over a cliff. My dude. And it's like, oh no, he's hanging. He's like fucking Mufasa or Scar, like hanging off the side. And
Which one is it? Which one is it? Is he Mufasa or is he Scar?
Let's go Mufasa. He's not a good person, but he's like, help me. And then like we were friends, and
Scar,
like I jerked you off that one time in college because we were experimenting. And so then he like stretches as hard as he can because he remembers that time he jerked him off. So he gets nice and elongated and takes his hand, and then now he's holding him. And then
Just his
while
gauntlet.
he's holding him, for some weird reason, Doom's like, haha, fuck you, I tricked you. It's like, what? Like,
He's
I
like, "You're
didn't
weak.
understand
You're
that
just weak."
situation.
And all that stuff. He keeps telling him he's weak and he'll never be able to harness the power and shit like that appropriately. And that's
The
basically
power
what
of
he's getting at.
stretching.
May I
The
rewrite
Colossus
the
power
end
that's inside of him.
before we get to the actual ending?
Yeah.
May I rewrite the ending and tell me if this is better?
No.
Well, too bad. I'm gonna do
Not
it.
for this movie.
So he gets his hand right and
Yeah.
pulls him back up.
Okay.
Gets him back up. They have a minute, and then Doom fucking like zaps him or does something to him, and he hits the ground. And then right before the killing blow, all of a sudden, Doom gets pushed off the cliff and he falls and dies. And then we find out it was Sue because she was invisible.
How's she pushing him off?
Or Reed goes to push him. He trips over something because they're doing the whole behind him on the ground trick.
Well, I would like the idea that Sue saved him. And then, like,
Yeah.
he falls down. We watch, like, the Hans Gruber thing where he falls through the clouds and dies or whatever. I'll be back. And then all of a sudden, he's on the ground, like, on his back. And then she appears
Yeah.
where he was standing. I think that'd be way better. It would be a literal reveal. Like, I was like, oh, that's good. And a payoff. And I think that would have been better, but he's literally just holding on to him, and Doom is just standing there going, you're a bitch. Ha ha ha. You saved me. You're fucking, he's literally just like telling him to drop him.
Which, I mean, they've done that many of times since this movie, too. in
Which I
other
totally
movies.
get, and that's fine, but that doesn't seem like a him kind of thing to do.
Right.
Because he wants to preserve
John,
his life.
Nothing that Doom does in this really seems like a him kind of thing. he would
True,
do.
true.
None of the movies that we've
I would
seen
have took
Doom
my
in.
other hand, stretched it out, and punched him in the face. Shut up.
Bro, why not? But then, like, because his gauntlet falls off? That's fucking weak sauce, bro.
I'll be back, but better in 9 years. 11 years.
Thank you for leaving my gauntlet on the side, because I'll pick it up when I get back. Fuck.
It goes all
Oh, please
thing.
don't. Oh, God. I hope you don't make another movie in like 10 years.
No, his
Ah.
gauntlet does the whole thing. It got thing inside of it.
It's lame.
See, what
It just
you don't
starts
know
moving.
And then,
There's-
like, the
by
fingers
itself.
moved at the end.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Thing
What the
was
fuck?
in it. They're crossing
Wait.
over.
Ben was in his glove?
Maybe.
I don't know what you're saying.
From
Thing
Confuse
2.
me.
Thing 1 and Thing 2. Yeah, so then the glove is just walking by itself.
It's fucking
Which-
stupid.
Is
That was
setting up
stupid.
the second movie.
He was a
John.
Doom bot all along. Oh, shit. How much you want to bet that's what they were trying to infer?
I bet you $1 million that's what they were doing. I didn't even think about that. TIVIS, I hate you.
There you go, Tivish. You said
I bet
What-
you they did.
was there an end credit scene where Doom was just like watching or walking by the actual
Well, no
Doom
bullshit
bot?
though, but like they were pretty comic accurate
Yeah.
throughout this. I don't have a problem believing that was exactly what they were doing. TIVIS, you might have nailed it. I actually think you nailed it.
That's canon
There's
now.
no reason you wouldn't give us a fucking slow creep in on a fucking gauntlet and just the fingers move.
Yeah.
Come on.
and he
it's a
was
Doom
laughing
bot.
when he was falling.
And also, I
anyways.
brought up the fact that he wasn't using Doombots; he was using dipshits.
Lackeys, yeah.
And so eventually, he
I like
makes
that
the
term.
Doombots to replace the dipshits.
That is his official henchman name.
The dipshits, the Doomshits.
Oh no.
Victor
That
Von
doesn't sound
Doom is
good.
a
Dude, go to
dipshit.
Taco Bell. You're gonna get some Doom shits. You woof. Oh boy.
So then we go. Do they just jump to the wedding? After
Yes,
this?
they do.
They literally just jump to the wedding.
Yep, and I hate it. Why the fuck? Big surprise. Why is everybody else wearing their Fantastic Four fucking stupid ass suits and she's in the wedding dress versus like why didn't they all just dress like normal ass people?
You
Well,
want to
she
know
made
why?
them. They're probably making her feel better. It's like,
All right,
yeah, we
sure.
like these.
Also,
I'm sure her flower arrangements were blue and white. Fucking hell.
Also, it helps for the end scene where Mr. Fantastic puts his
No,
hand out.
don't do it. Can we talk about the
You want to know
fact
how
that
they
the
did that? You guys
no,
want to
no,
know
no.
how?
Before.
Okay.
What a fucking image. And it feels justified
Say it.
and stupid and
I hope
wonderful.
it's what I think.
I can't believe that a just married limousine is walking away with a moonroof, sunroof, whatever
Uh-huh.
roof you want to talk about. Mr. Fantastic Face puts his arm out super stretchy and we get a fucking Muppet arm waving left and right.
It's even worse
like
than that.
Kermit the goddamn frog
It's even worse than that.
Can we talk about the
for
real
like a
shame?
mile, bro.
It's what they used was a pool noodle,
Can we talk
like a
about the real
green one
shame?
and just like
like a little, just like a pool noodle that you have at, like you pick them up at the dollar store.
it was so stupid.
I think the saddest part of all is Stanley wasn't invited to this wedding either.
Here's the thing:
Like,
Did
Stanley
anyone else
Tucci
know
or
this?
Who are you talking about?
Stanley.
Did
Who?
anyone else?
Stanley who?
All right, go on, Myke.
Did anyone else
All right.
know this? That the thing was wearing a Speedo version of his outfit at the
Oh,
wedding.
Yeah, I
At
did.
the fucking wedding. I was like, wait.
Why at the
what?
wedding?
Right?
He's got a new girlfriend. He's got to show off.
Seriously,
She
do you
can't
think he's
see.
got do you think he's rocking a couple of boulders in his jeans?
Yep, I do.
Do you think he has a dick? Like that conversation always comes up, right?
I mean, you'd have to ask Jack Kirby, wouldn't you?
Because I believe that the Hulk would have a big green dong versus believing Thing would.
Was it Jack Kirby or Stan Lee that created the Fantastic? It's both of them together, right?
I think Stanley got the
fake-
concept, but Jack Kirby made the
Well,
designs.
Fake fan detected, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's what it was. Stanley concept, Jack Kirby design. Although
Okay.
that's contested because Stan Lee sometimes said I came up with the ideas and then he drew them.
Right. Yeah, his
Sorry.
family, Kirby's
Ow.
family's still trying to
Yeah,
figure
like-
out what all.
Nobody
owed.
gives a shit. I'm in my own world. I called him a fake fan, and then immediately the first thing I heard is "Yep, yep" from fucking TIVIS. I was like, "Thank you for confirming."
Um.
Oh fuck, that hurt.
Okay. So that's the end of the movie.
Michael
Like,
Rosenwald.
we get the pool noodle arm out, which I think is why they had the suit, because then it would explain why the clothing stretched with him, because that was made to stretch.
But we
you just wanted to see
established
it.
with Sue he could stretch anything. Or
You
the
fucked that
powers
up.
work at anything.
You fucked that up.
His power shouldn't be able to stretch clothing. Like your linen only goes so
he
far.
does
bro.
it with the spacesuit,
Spacesuit.
doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
because they're fucking stupid. But you can also say,
look
no,
at Michael.
No,
Look at Michael. Did you see that? He got fucking butt hurt because he thought
But-
he was right.
no,
And it's
because
like,
you can
nope,
also
and he's like,
say
Shit.
you can also say the spacesuit got hit by the same rays that they
oh,
did.
eat a dick.
So how
Eat
does that
my
make sense
butt.
with the cloth? They made it way more sense in the 2005
You
movie.
know what doesn't make sense? How come Ben doesn't know his fucking shirt isn't on when he first turns into the rock form at the beginning of the movie? Like he's
Well,
the
how
only
did he
one.
also not know that his hands weren't orange?
He walks up and he's like, "What's going on?" And like he doesn't have a fucking shirt on. Why did he take his shirt off and everything else?
well, he probably busted out of it. My issue was I would have said the helmet.
He took his helmet off.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't have a helmet on when they were at the fire and stuff because he didn't turn until last minute.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Get fucked me. Also,
It fucked you.
But I will say,
Remember.
But like you're talking about the shirt, he's fucking big and orange. You don't look at your hands at some point when you wake up. No, fuck both of you. Don't look at me like I'm insane. Like you have to open a door or
This
do
is
stuff.
John.
You look at shit. Don't
is
fucking
John.
tell me that if you turned into a big rock monster,
No,
you
no.
wouldn't fucking notice the
doing
minute
this.
you
We're
woke
doing
up.
This is John. John wakes up and he looks at his hands. He's like, how you doing?
Okay, well, first of all, I need to say hi to them before I have them perform lewd acts on myself.
Idle hands, John. Idle hands.
Because I'm a good person and I want to make them feel comfortable. But also, fuck you. Like, he's made of rocks, dude. Like, you stretch in the morning and shit. You're not going to hear, like, I don't know about you, even though I crick and crack a little bit because I'm an old fat piece of shit that can't do anything. But, like, you're not going to hear the, because you sound like a fucking gravel old brick road. Like, fuck out of here.
He's
Don't
built
give me
like a
that.
shit brick house.
You suck. Fucking hate you guys.
All right,
But what I will say, there was no
Okay.
end credit scene, so 0 out of 10.
Are you
No,
doing your
but-
final thoughts on this? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, that's
okay,
what I'm
John,
gonna do.
give me your final thoughts since I didn't
I-
fucking ask you in the first place.
I know you didn't because I don't care about your opinion. I just sorry, I love you.
Damn.
No, all right, go ahead.
Go on. No, John.
Yeah, damn
give
right.
Your
I'm gonna
first
take my reins back.
Give your final thoughts and then shut your mouth. Damn
man.
dirty person.
Oh. I like it when you talk dirty to me. I gotta say, as per usual, Michael gave me something that I didn't necessarily want to watch, but I have been really interested about this because I actually really cared about the history. I knew about the documentary. I'm actually kind of happy I hadn't watched the documentary. I'd actually like to watch it now. Because now if there's back behind the scenes, it would be like the other way around, you know, like when you watch like how'd they make it kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably going to do it. I think that's going to be really interesting. I've been hearing about this for like, dude, I'm not kidding. Like 6 years, probably.
It's been around. I think it became a more internet thingy about 10 or 12
we were
years.
in school. We knew the history of it. Like people were talking about it.
Yeah.
It was this big, like almost like urban
the history
myth.
of it's
like
been out for forever. It's just being able to find a copy
exactly
to watch was hard.
Now that it was all of a sudden just available and you brought it up, I was like, oh, cool. This will be neat. So just for the sake of seeing it was kind of fun. It's boring. I will say that. It's a little boring, but that's subjective, so chill out. But I think it's kind of good. Like I think it's okay. Like definitely okay. I think some of the casting is okay. I don't like Johnny Storm. I just really don't. Some about him just bugs me.
He
like I
was the
said, I
weakest
liked
of the
Victor versus Doom. Doom was like way too corny.
Yeah.
I thought the leprechaun stuff was retarded. I hated that whole storyline. I hated all of it. I really wish we would have cut that and done some more stuff with Ben and done some more stuff with Victor Von Doom. I really wish we would have done a little more with that, which I feel like we did a little more in 2005, and that was still lackluster and superficial, but I think the acting was okay. I was actually kind of surprised. Again, Mr. Fantastic powers suck. I thought Thing was kind of cool. I would say like overall, I just put it right in the middle. I think it's like a 5 out of 10, especially going into it, thinking it was just like this campy bullshit garbage. it was a little better than the campy bullshit garbage. Like it had all the tropes and stuff, but like it excelled at a couple of moments. Like there were a couple of moments where I'm like, I'm totally feeling this. And then it was like, okay, I'm just gonna dial out for a second. I like the music. The only issue I had with the music was they had good motifs, but they used them constantly. So they weared thin. It was kind of remind me of Zack Snyder's Justice League when every time Wonder Woman would show up, it kind of felt like that.
The yodeling, the Amazonian yodeling.
Yes. Well, like it was the idea of they had a motif and they used it every
shot.
Single time they could.
She went to the bathroom.
Exactly.
I would have. I kind of wanted. That would be kind of cool. I don't want to see that, but it would be kind of cool
like
to know that happens.
The day of Wonder Woman, and every time she like locks the door, it's like they do that. She washes a dish, they do it. She takes a pee, she does it. Like flushes the toilet. But you know, honestly, considering I've heard so much about it for so many years, you know, it was fun to watch. I'll give you that.
Okay.
It's a slog. Don't get me wrong. It's hard to get through because it's kind of crap, but I actually enjoyed some of the stuff and I had a lot of laughs. There was a lot of, are you fucking kidding me right now? But it was, considering the hell I've heard about it, it's better than what I thought. So I would say to any Marvel fans, Fantastic Four fans, anything like that, sadly, I think it's one of the most faithful Fantastic Fours I've ever seen. It's probably not great, but I would just watch it for fun. Fuck it. It's an hour and 27 minutes. If you got the time, just give it a watch. It was all right.
And
I'll
it's
say
not
all right in the middle.
And it's not in 4:3, so bonus.
No, it actually gave me the 16:9 this time.
Yeah. Awesome. So TIVIS, what are your final thoughts on this?
If you just
flick?
say I liked it, I'll kill you.
My thoughts align pretty much like you. It wasn't the most thrilling movie I've ever watched, but at the same time, it was entertaining. I think the story of it was, if they were to do that today with, you know, updating some things and making Doom not weird, even though my favorite scene in the entire film is when he comes back and he's just like, oh.
He comes into a fucking room with nobody and he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right, well, fuck me.
I definitely think if you're a fan of the characters or even just any comic related stuff, it's worth at least watching once.
Because it's silly.
Yeah. And they definitely do a good job. I feel like they could have released this in theaters and made some money off of it.
They just didn't want to.
I think it's a shame they didn't.
They just didn't want to. That's why they hired Roger Corman to produce the shit, because they didn't want to fucking do
Michael,
anything.
Michael, go get like an Enzian theater and you do this.
Thought about it.
We put out all these shitty movies that don't require license agreements.
I did read a quote from the costume designer that when they were designing the suit, they wanted to get it as much as they could. So they went into a comic store and made the mistake of telling the people why. And everyone in the store heard, swarmed them. They're like,
wow.
Are you going to make it accurate? They're like, that's why I'm here buying these things.
That's awesome. You trust me? I'll say right now, this got made by somebody who at least cared a little. Somebody cared. I don't know who it was on the cast. If it was the people making the costumes or the people acting or even somebody, the music was fine. Like I said, it's overused, but it was fine. Yeah. I feel like this didn't make me mad. And I think a lot of properties we've been watching lately are trying to piss us off.
What are you doing? I told you final thoughts and then shut up. It's TIVIS's turn.
I can't help myself.
This is the first time I've seen this myself. I've heard about it through the grapevine, you know, being a nerd. but I've never actually seen it, and it's fine. It's nice to actually see it and see
Awesome.
what it's about. I look forward to Nick Fury next week, but holy shit, if they have a character that's based off of a character that exists, but they give it a dumbass fucking name again, I will be furious. Fuck off, Weatherman. Fuck off, Jeweler.
Instead of Hydra, it's going to be Hydro.
Those people over there.
This other group that works at Anti-Shield.
Oh, them.
Them. All right. Well, where's John? I was going to talk. All right. Well, real quick, since John's gone, I forgot to mention this is episode 2 of Movies They Want You to Forget, the Fantastic Four Roger Corman film. Next week we will be talking Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., starring David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury.
The Hoff.
So that'll be a fun one to do, and that will be week 3, which you've seen that film, so but you don't remember it. Yeah. So we'll dive into that next week. I have to get you guys a copy of the movie because that one you cannot really find online. It might be on YouTube. I'm not sure. Again, these are movies they want you to forget, so they bury them. But now, as far as my final thoughts on the Fantastic Four movie, I sit pretty well even. I feel it's a lot more faithful adaptation of the franchise than what we've seen in recent years, especially. And you can see where they've taken things from this movie and put them into the at least 2000 series, the mid 2000 series, 2005 and Silver Surfer. And then, what the hell is that, TIVIS? Oh, your hammer. That's your okay. But yeah, I find it as a more faithful adaptation, and I really do feel that if Disney was smart, since they own this now, it would be really cool if they remastered it and finally released it officially.
Mm-hmm. It would be nice to see it without the audio being a little off,
or even like it being a VHS version. Like remaster it, do a limited theater run maybe to see, or just toss it on Disney Plus. Like this seems like something that would be good on Disney Plus, I feel, for them. And they would sell a ton of DVDs because everybody would want it just to add to their collection for movie collectors and stuff like that. But
even the people that already bought the pirated would definitely buy the official.
Easily, especially if they like made a deal with the people who did the Doom documentary and tack that on to it.
Oh yeah,
that would be awesome. So Disney, fucking do that. Remaster this and release it. I know you're never going to, because John's shaking his head. They'll never do that. And of course, this is also movies they want you to forget. So
I'm supposed to shut up.
No. Hey, at least I haven't gone back on what I just said.
No.
So also final thought on here. Overall, I did enjoy it. It was kind of slow. There was a lot of parts in there. I do recommend watching it for Fantastic Four fans and just comic book fans in general. But I did not get the same joy from watching this as I did from watching the Justice League of America as I did last week. That one brought more joy into my life than this one. This one was just really cool to see what a movie could be like if they did almost everything from a comic book, which people are always bitching that they want. So this can show you what it could look like, I guess.
I don't know. This one was pretty accurate. I mean, we even talked about the boarding house thing. Like, it fucked me. Like, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
But like I said, cool. You know, like I tell people, it's like sometimes like being comic accurate is not always the best. It's always the argument of adaptation versus the thing. Like, because trust me, if they were a super comic accurate, I don't know if Iron Man would have worked.
I was really hoping, like, I'm glad that they did what they did with this one too, with keeping the boarding house and stuff like that. Because when they went to the house and I saw young Susan and Johnny, I was like, oh God, are they all going to get hit and they're just going to age from it or something?
Bro,
Like,
it
I was really worried.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought there was going to be time travel. That's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding because the age of Susan fucked me up. I'm sorry, like being
She
a
was
comic
like
book guy, knowing that
15 or
Sue
16
and
or
Reed
something?
show up, it really fucked me up. And it took me out of the film for a minute and it was hard to come back. It really was. And like, you know, people can get up my ass
Can
about
Johnny
it. I
and
don't care.
Susan go to space with us?
No, Ben said that.
I know.
Which was like, why not have Johnny say that? Oh my God, you retard. Come here. Not you guys. Ow.
Well, TIVIS, what is going on over there?
Ow.
Oh, I know what that feels like.
Oh.
So I'm feeling it.
So,
Well, with your big ass cats, if they fall off your chair, I don't think they're going to die.
No.
Him, I feel like if he falls off the back of my chair, he might break something. Sorry. I have the cat again.
It was stuck to John's arm for a bit.
It's fine.
okay. So you guys got anything else for me today?
What I will say is, again, old school music. Can we talk about this? Like, I miss.
This has been something that you brought up too, even with the JLA one, which is cool.
Just old trumpets and violins and like we even me and Tivis noticed something like, I mean, if you're hearing like iconic stuff like Jurassic Park in there, like I refuse to believe that like music was really good back then. And I feel like it's just not being used correctly anymore, or it's like being repurposed and I'm kind of sick of it. Sequel trilogy with Star Wars is a perfect example. Other than like maybe 2 or 3 themes, it's all repurposed shit. It sucks. Jurassic Park, same thing. I can't
even recall.
Like, it's like fucking hell. Like, come on, guys.
I can't recall an iconic tune from like the Jurassic
Ghostbusters.
World franchise, the 3 new or the 2 new ones that they have. I can't recall any except for them trying to recycle from the original, which they like remixed it. I think it was. I think I heard a remix of it in the first Lost or World one, whatever.
And
it
I'm a
was.
freak. Like, I love like if you want a really good soundtrack, go get Van Helsing, the Hugh Jackman one. It's a great soundtrack. Aliens,
That's
both
a punk
great.
rock movie, dude.
Huh?
Van Helsing is like a nice punk rock movie.
I fucking love that movie. Steampunk, I believe is what you're thinking. I love that film. I really do. That's a film that is fucking trash, dude. That is a big old bag of butts. I fucking love every single minute of it. It's so good. I don't know. I like the music. I enjoyed the music on this. The editing was kind of weak, but again, if you're not putting, and I noticed a lot of like audio stuff, like you're not seeing like a ton of like background noise and things like that. And a lot of like the dialogue sounded kind of like shit. But again, when you find out about the movie, knowing that they're not putting like at least on the production side, they're not putting 100% into the film.
Who knows? You might have got audio for this movie. They might have just been like, well, what can you get for free? Use that. We're not adding in any shit. We just need to make it look like we tried to make a movie. Yeah, basically.
Summertime for Hitler type stuff. No, it's
What?
Springtime for Hitler.
Okay.
You know,
do you know the producer? No, sorry.
No.
You don't know the producers?
No.
It's a musical. Well, I don't know if it was
the
a
producers.
show then a musical,
yeah.
but it was a musical with Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
The premise of it is these guys wanted to make a show or make a movie so they could get all this money, but they wanted to make it bomb.
Yes.
So if it bombed, they'd get the insurance money. So they'd make more
money
than the movie would bring in.
Yeah.
And so they called it Springtime for Hitler.
I forgot I haven't watched the producers in a long time. I know
It's a
what
really
you're
good
talking
film.
about.
It's really good.
But I
It's
didn't
got
remember
Nathan
the
Lane
name
and
of the
Matthew
movie they were
Broderick.
trying to
It's
do.
really good. I saw it. actually on Chicago's quote unquote Broadway. And it was awesome. It was so much fun. I recommend it to everyone. Sorry. Again, with this little goofy movie, it was I had fun. It was fine. It was fine.
Yeah, I was thinking, you guys were mentioning how much they're trying to cut costs and stuff. I wonder if the fact that Mole Man was the jeweler, they didn't even bother to look in what all they had access to with the license.
Because
they were just like main characters, arch nemesis, random dude.
Sure. That would make I am convinced at this point now. I think the CW is a complete laundering scheme. I'm not kidding. With Batwoman, they have gone so geopolitical and social political stuff. Nobody's watching that film or that show. How the fuck are you getting multiple seasons? And then you watch the show and it looks so cheap and lame. So far, the only thing good that we've seen is Batwing.
I haven't seen that yet.
I think the CW is a laundering scheme at this point.
Kate's about to jump back into a costume too.
Is she?
Really?
That's with the new actress, right?
Yeah. I think it's based on the Red Hood, but I haven't seen pictures. So
that first episode of Batwoman season 2 fucked me up. So I haven't watched any CW since. I was like, guys,
I watch reactions.
I don't think anything will beat Victor Zsasz firing an RPG in an
fucking
apartment.
RPG in a fucking hotel room.
Dude, wait, what?
Oh, you remember that? All right.
It's crazy.
You just don't know. I'm telling you, dude, just watch the EFAT minis. They're fucking hilarious. Or Jay Longbone. She's fucking hilarious, dude. She watches them.
I would like to watch the decimation of my shows first, John.
Nah, I can't be fucking bothered. I just can't. Like, fuck Batwoman. That shit is so bad. You know they're going to go back to Kate Kane. They recasted her already.
Yeah, they just needed a way to infiltrate it in. The other girl will get her revenge stuff out of the way. Isn't that what she was doing?
It's still all
It's already done.
Is it?
But it's all retarded. You had multiverse. Fuck off.
No, they didn't, because they got rid of the multiverse. Remember, John? Crisis got rid of it.
Yeah, because the CW cares about lore.
They had that whole story last season about two characters, the same character from two different universes trying to exist together.
Crisis on Infinite Earth.
That was
is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
That was
100%.
Disagree.
Was that Supergirl or Batwoman that they tried to do the 2-in-1?
Both.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because her sister from the another
and
universe.
I think Flash.
Really?
No, they did the mirror verse with Iris.
Yeah. That was with
yeah.
Which I still haven't finished.
Well, no, they kind of did that because they had the Wells appearing.
I'd argue they already implemented that stuff. So
yeah, which also it didn't make sense that like only one from the multiverse could exist on the same plane when we had them existing all over the place all the time. Like they had all the Wells, like 3 Wells in one room, and not just the hologram ones. Like actually,
the old universe
Council
rules.
of Wells. Yeah.
We are extending this episode.
Yeah.
We are. Sorry.
Anyways, guys.
You know, we were like, shut up.
Well, thank you. This helps because last week we only did an hour 20. So the people that like to hear us talk get to hear us talk.
So nobody. Okay, got it.
Thanks for listening to Movies They Want You to Forget, episode 2, or part 2, I should say, in the series of 4. This was Roger Corman's Fantastic Four. Next week we will be listening to or watching Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I will be getting to you
then
guys.
You get to listen to us, bitch.
And then you guys get to listen to us bitch or praise it, because so far we haven't like necessarily hated the 2 that we've watched.
All right, Germans, get ready. I know you like that David Hasselhoff, especially. I'll make sure to bring a cheeseburger.
All right, so for the end of this show today, I am doing a quote from the Fantastic Four, but it involves two people this time. One is Mr. Fantastic, and the
Mr.
second is the
Fantastic
reply given by the Human Torch, aka Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
They don't actually call him the Human Torch in the movie,
Yeah,
do
he's
they?
a flamer.
They don't call him Human Torch or Invisible Woman or Mr. Fantastic.
But they call that guy the Thing.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Racist.
Towards orange people.
I knew it.
All right.
Ow.
I think it's made us feel that our worst character defects are in fact our greatest strengths. Holy Freud, Batman. I think you're right.
That was actually a line in this film.
Yeah.
I'm really glad we didn't talk about it, and I'm glad you brought it up because my fucking testicles imploded with anger.
Oh, wait. Hold on. TIVIS, before we end, because we almost forgot.
Don't fuck this up this time, Michael. What did you... Come on.
TIVIS, what did you think of today's episode about the Fantastic Four?
Well, before I say that, I want to remind people, Rita and Lord Zed had a kid,
Oh, that
Think
looks
about that.
awesome.
and I liked
my-
it.
Wait, what?
Oh,
What did you say?
I liked it.
Awesome.
TIVIS, thank you for showing that. I can't wait to monk off to it. He's making me horny. Later, nerds.
I am so sorry. You just finished another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch every episode of Operation Babble on all your audio streaming services, including SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, and more. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Operation Babble, and join the conversation today by searching for the Operation Babble group on Facebook. Links also in the description. Thanks and have a great day.